Only 2 more weeks of Fox. Praise the Lord. Gotta figure out whose onboard camera I want to watch to start this off. I think we'll go with Bubba. Evan.
Six straight top tens in Texas, including a runner-up finisher last year. Chase Briscoe, best average finish. At Texas, they will be among the favorites today. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our FS1 booth. I'm Mike Joy, alongside three-time Texas winner Kevin Harvick and two-time runner-up Clint Boyer. I keep hearing...
I got a runner-up. That's what I got.
That's the best I
got to do better.
I keep hearing words like edgy and sketchy as drivers describe this track, Clint. Why is it so challenging?
These Texans got a wild racetrack down here. Everything's more fun in Texas, including this racetrack. Bad, fast. Extremely fast getting into the corners. Very chaotic restarts. Last year's race here was all over the place. Tons of cautions, tons of carnage. You get on that outside, Kevin, off of two, no man's land. Do not be there. Here's some of that. This is last year, folks. This is all the carnage that I was talking about. 1 and 2, extremely difficult, running out of room in 2, and then 3 and 4. You get high on the outside, 3 and 4, Kevin, hit that bump, see ya.
Yeah, and when you look at these two different ends of the racetrack, one's really banked and one's really flat and wide. So it creates a lot of challenges for the drivers and the teams to get that car as low to the racetrack as possible to create as much grip as possible. But from a driver's standpoint, this place loves the gas pedal. You want to have it on the floor as much as possible, and if you have to breathe it, you're going to lose a ton of time. So that edgy, sketchy definition that these drivers are giving, very true.
So if you set up for 1 and 2, what happens in 3 and 4?
Well, if you're if you're set up for 1 and 2, there's a lot of bumps down there, so you don't want the car to bottom out, but you want it to be as low as possible to those limiters and those rub blocks, because you have to run pretty much wide open through 3 and 4. But in 1 and 2, the car has to rotate, and that is how you make the speed.
The question is, why are we setting up for 1 and 2? Very, very important corner off of 2. You can get underneath of them. That's where you start the pass. You complete it down in 3 and 4. We see it time and time again at this racetrack. The money's made down in 1 and 2.
But Calamity Corner here appears to be the exit of turn 2.
Well, it gets really flat. The way that the banking just flattens out so rapidly off of turn 2 makes those cars want to push. And when we get these cars nose to tail, they're going to want to push even worse. So you have to be really careful with your car, because if it takes off right there, you're going to smack the fence.
And a lot of top contenders coming out of the back of the field.
Oh, that's good news for us. Can't wait to watch Blaney, Logano, Elliott is back there.
What's up, Karen? I'm here.
Should I keep going? Those are some big names, and they're going to be coming up through the field, and we're going to be here for it.
For everybody's favorite racetrack.
Ready, how about you on 1?
Motorsports. I'm going to change those to, and the caution is out, Chris Rod is in the wall. Those are the most famous words in motorsports because they happen the most often.
Start your engines.
I'm watching Bubba's onboard camera. I'm very optimistic about his chances here today. Hocevar being on the pole is interesting. I think Cindric's got the speed to go back to back. I think this is a big step up year for Cindric if you look at how fast he's been almost every week. Almost every week. Josh Berry in the top 10. He's got to win on a mile and a half this year, although we know this place ain't like most mile and a halves. It's kind of fucking goofy. It's like a mile and a half racetrack, tripped and fell down a flight of stairs. That is Texas Motor Speedway. And yeah, Chris Wright changed his lanes about 5 times in one fucking corner in front of Justin Allgaier and basically took him out. Allgaier was not going to win anyway. The race was over the moment Larson cycled in front of him after pit stops, but we'll never know what could have been. I knew Larson was going to end up winning no matter what anyway, so you saw the chaos at the end and he still won. He pitted late and still won. Took 2 overtimes to get it done, but got it done. Only 2 more weeks of NASCAR on Fox. Kansas and the All-Star race. And then, hell, I'm going to the 600, so I won't hear Amazon's first broadcast. But looking forward to it. I think the winner of this race comes from that top 10. I'm going to confidently say that because Byron, Cindric, Larson, Hamlin, Barry's already won this year. Bubba's nearly won here before. Gibbs could break out any day now. I don't want to sell Hocevar and them dudes short, but the pit crews for Spire have not been great. They really screwed Hocevar at Bristol when he was having a really good race. So, yeah. My max is cut off, so I gotta restart that. Well, now just the PS4 as a whole is fucking up. I won't even recognize my controller. Oh my fucking god, dude. PS4 is being goofy. It's old. It is old. Remember when Chase Elliott won here last year? Oh.
Welcome back to the Worth 400, presented by Liqui-Moly at Texas Motor Speedway. Field about to roll off behind that beautiful Corvette pace car, and there is our closer, Carson.
Ride the Dente on the pole. As if they need more advertising. How much, Carson Hocevar? We're up here in the booth. Really glad we're not racing against you.
Pretty good for you. Home track for the sponsor. Saw you out there with the cowboy hat on. Things are good. Everybody's behind you.
Gotta ride the Dente straight to the winner's circle. If there were no stage cautions today, I'd give him a real good shot to win this race. He'd lead every lap because you can't fucking pass here. But unfortunately, there's stage cautions and pit stops, so he's probably fucked. And I've got a lot of energy today because I actually slept good last night because I went to bed before midnight. and my body's programmed to wake up between 7 and 8:30. I woke up at about 8:30 this morning and just felt good. So I was like, oh, I fell asleep early, so therefore I slept good. If I went to bed at 4, I would have woke up at 8 anyway and not been feeling good right now. So I'm rested. I'm ready.
All right, let's
Plus, I get to watch The Walking Dead and The Last of Us after this race. So let's get this shit going.
Carson Ozavar has his first.
Did they turn up the contrast? Because I don't remember. I don't think I've seen a Fox Sports NASCAR broadcast with this much color on it.
A Ford and a Chevy. Last week's winner at Talladega.
Was that their first big change? What fucking art? Although that camera angle there, the red on Larson's car is very muted.
Row number 3 is Michael McDowell tying his best start ever at Texas, and the fastest Toyota in practice, Ty Gibbs. Row 4 is Josh Berry, who was our Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
For the love of God, you can change Denny Hamlin's picture. It's been 3 fucking years.
How about row 5? It is Bubba Wallace on the inside. Top 10s in the last 2 Texas races on his outside, A.J. Allmendinger. Row 6, Alex Bowman, and on his outside, Chris Buescher.
Row 7, Zane Smith, who won the pole last week at Talladega, and Eric Jones in a Toyota. 7 top 10s in Texas for Eric.
Starting 15th will be Justin Haley, and Norman, Oklahoma's Christopher Bell. Row number 9 is Tyler Reddick and Noah Gregson.
Row number 10, there it is, the number 3, Austin Dillon, won this race in 2020. Cole Custer on his outside. Row number 11, Riley Herbst and Chase Briscoe.
Row 12 will be Ty Dillon and Ryan Blaney, who DNF'd in the last 2 mile-and-a-half track races, but has shown speed, Regan Smith.
Well, 10 races into the season, and it has been tough to get end results for Ryan Blaney and this 12 team. Speed at almost every type of racetrack that we go to, but the end of the races has not been kind to them. Yesterday in qualified 24th, went out early, and because of that was back further in the pack than they wanted to be. But crew chief Jonathan Hassler said this race car is very quick, and keep an eye on this, guys. Ryan Blaney is the number 1 rated passer in the Cup Series this season. He's going to be fun to watch coming through the field.
Row number 13, we have Monterrey, Mexico's Daniel Suarez, and Las Vegas, Nevada's 4-time Texas winner, Kyle Busch.
Row number 4, keep an eye on him, Joey Logano. He'll be following his teammate Blaney right up through the field. Count on it. John Hunter Nemechek on his outside.
A lot of talent deep in the field. Row 15, Chase Elliott, last year's winner here, and Brad Keselowski, a 3
I like Chase's race car. It's pretty and gold.
Speedway.
That ugly ass Hooters car that won here last year wasn't doing it.
This season. But Brad has a great record here. Kyle with 2 top 10s, last 10 of late, but 4 wins in Texas, most of any driver. Chase Elliott, last year's winner. They're all coming from deep in the field, along with Ryan Blaney, ranked number 1 in speed on mile-and-a-halfs, and Joey Logano, most laps led among non-winners so far this year. Here's Jamie Little.
Mike, it's hard to believe for Chase Elliott fans, but this marks the 1-year mark since Chase Elliott drove the victory lane in a point.
Chase Elliott's got to get on the winning streaks again, man. He was so strong in 2022. He won like 6 races that year.
You know what we did last year was a complete team effort. We were able to drive our way through based on strategy and take that victory. As for today, the car balance, it's good, and they are optimistic with a little help, a little luck, and a team effort. Once again, they can drive that beautiful gold number 9 to victory lane.
That is a pretty fucking race car.
Thanks, Jamie. Let's see if our crew chief is as nervous as any of these drivers are going into this race.
I'm always nervous, Mike. It's well documented throughout the pre-race. Texas is a very fast, unique mile-and-a-half track. In fact, it's the only mile-and-a-half track we go to where the 2 ends are very, very different. That becomes a challenge for the crew chiefs to get the car set up, driving good in all 4 corners.
I still lose sleep over that race that Bubba Wallace should have won here a couple years ago. Until Reddick hit the wall and brought up the cost of it.
About 165, little to no load on that left rear. Whole different story in 3 and 4, 24 degrees of banking, 13 miles an hour faster, and over 500 pounds of load on the left rear. Let's go to the left rear shock and pull it apart and see what goes on during travel. 1 and 2, not a lot of load, not a lot of speed, does not get against that travel stop. Whole different story again in 3 and 4, it gets against that travel stop hard. You have to do this for speed to keep the diffuser low in 1 and 2, but guys, you well talked about it. It becomes a challenge in those bumps in turn 4.
That is a great explanation of the difference of
We have hit the 1 to go here, folks.
It is not. And when that limiter starts to hit, from a driver's perspective, it just
to be a tough day. Dirty air, but a slick racetrack. Very treacherous. Like I said, this is a mile and a half racetrack that tripped and fell down a flight of stairs. This ain't Kansas. This ain't Charlotte. This ain't Vegas. It ain't Homestead. Hell, it's not even Kentucky. It's a whole different kind of dumb shit. So I didn't bet any money today. Not in the betting mood. I'll take my win last week and live off that for a little while. Plus, I don't need to be wasting money on shit like this right now. I caught a break last week. Headset on. Shortening this race to 400 miles, not 400 miles is a godsend. Thank the Lord for that. We are grateful for that. Got another week of scanner audio actually coming through on Max. I'm happy about that. Let's go, Hocevar. Byron got a great start, and I think Byron's going to get the lead here before they even get to turn one. Nope. Not quite. Looks like Hocevar's going to come away with it, although Byron's on his outside. And off a two, they're door to door. That's the strength of that 24 car, for damn sure, being that strong on the outside. But Hocevar takes the lead in turn three, and here we go. Hocevar, Byron, Cindric, and McDowell driving away. Nobody busted their ass on the first lap. That's very good. Xfinity race, the groove widened out. Hopefully we get that today. Harvick is echoing what I said. When they get into pit stops and strategy and restarts and cautions, this is going to be a true test for Spire Motorsports today. They got two cars in the top five right now. They've struggled on pit road this year. Byron challenging for the lead again. Got some clean air on the outside of the 77, not enough to pass. Run 50% throttle. Hey, why aren't they all running four wide on purpose at 50% throttle, man? What kind of race is this? They're going almost 195 at certain points of this racetrack. What kind of racing is that? Shouldn't they be all side by side going 170 or 175? Y'all are crazy. I thought this was NASCAR. I love that Tootsie's paint scheme on Chastain's car. The purple flames. That is nice. Some really good paint schemes. Three of them right there. Chase, Chastain, and Kyle Busch. I like all three of those cars. And then Priest behind them. Very colorful. We have some pretty cool cars running today. I wanted to bet Blaney. I feel like it's a Blaney race, but they didn't qualify well, which was very shocking to me, given that Cindric and Barry did qualify well, and Blaney's been so close to winning here. If there's a track that owes Ryan Blaney, it's Texas. He should have won here before. So I wanted to bet Blaney, but I chose not to bet. I think Blaney was like 8 or 9 to 1. I think Larson and Byron were the heavy favorites. Larson, Byron, Hamlin, if I had to guess, then probably Blaney. Choo-choo. The old Texas Motor Speedway conveyor belt. I'm looking out of Bubba's windshield. He's in 10th, and I see the entire top 10 ahead of him all running the same fucking line. Like Harvick just said, you're going to make big chunks of time on restarts. Probably not much during other points of the race. I bet you the tires here are bricks because that first next gen race we had at Texas, it fucking broke Cody Ware's leg and put Alex Bowman at home for a couple of weeks. So the first Texas next gen race felt like a goddamn tire lottery. So you know these things are all bricked up and ain't gonna wear worth a fuck. And Larry Mack's talking about now, hey, 2 tires, fuel only. It's all on the table today. That's not a good sign for tire wear. But don't be afraid. Texas has kind of been like this for a while. That first next gen race here was an anomaly. This goes back to the old car when we were running 550 and high fucking downforce. That's how Austin Dillon won here. 2 tires, stay out the rest of the day, park it in front of the field. Him and Reddick both did it in that race, and they finished 1-2. Not much has changed. I want to listen to Bubba's onboard and hear how fucking gassed up he is. Hitting 190, 191, 192 off into turn 1. Lots of off throttle time into turn 1. You think that would lead to better racing. That's at least one end of the racetrack where they can't just hammer down. Man, these cars accelerate slow. Barely gets over 180 at the end of the backstretch because the cars accelerate so slow. And some off throttle time in turn 3. I think if you're pacing yourself, you're going to lift in turn 3 right now. But I think the really fast, the really good cars can be pretty much wide open through 3 and 4. You might lift a little on entry to set the car, but I think you can run almost wide open through there. But nobody trusts the grip yet because we saw what this race was like last year. I told you, Dylan, if there were no cautions, Hocevar would probably win this race. And maybe no pit stops. We need a race to go green with no pit stops. He would definitely win. We're on a historic streak right now if you keep track of Jeff Gluck's Was It a Good Race poll. We've got like 5 in a row where it was below 50% on the good end. That's a record, by the way. People did not like Darlington. People really didn't like Bristol. People did not like Talladega. People didn't like Martinsville before all that. So, yeah, we're on a hot streak right now of quote-unquote bad races. I thought Darlington was all right, and I thought Martinsville was average. But, yeah, Bristol was dog shit. Talladega, I mean, I've seen worse at Talladega, so I couldn't say it was bad necessarily. It wasn't great either. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Talladega wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. They're telling Bubba what Larson's doing to make time in 3 and 4. They said Larson's running kind of high in 3 and 4. Most everybody else is sitting down on the bottom. Hocevar's turned on the jets, and he's driving a car that you can't pass nobody with on a shitty racetrack. So, but what could we fix? Now, the lap time differences are fucking kind of vast. Hocevar ran a 29.3 in clean air. Bubba Wallace back in 10th. Well, he ran 29.3s, but I see some slow lap times as well. Ooh. Oh, yeah, because Bubba in 10th ran a 29.9. Hocevar ran a 29.3. That's just dirty air and being tight. Whatever. Byron's 2/10 off of Hocevar lap time-wise. Byron, Cindric, and McDowell are basically the same. Larson's close. Hocevar's got clean air, so he's running faster laps. Clean air now is more important than ever because the field is so competitive and so close together. It takes you like twice as long to catch a lapped car, so you get like 30 or 40 laps of just fucking clean air. Yeah, I agree with you, Caden. Dega wasn't bad. Damn sure wasn't great, though. I'm very optimistic about Kansas and Charlotte. Kansas next week, Charlotte in 2 weeks. I'm very optimistic for those races because there's not been a bad race at either of those racetracks in a long while. Hocevar's not holding back, I'll tell you that. Hell, I'm confused. Byron is roughly 2 tenths off of him on lap times, and there's so much gap between them that the dirty air shouldn't be hurting Byron. I'm impressed with Spire this week. They qualified well, but keeping it out up front the whole race is another deal. I think Joey might be a pretty good car if he gets track position. Blaney's not going anywhere, but Joey's picking up spots, and I think he'd be good if he got planted up in the top five. Joey could win this race. If I had to pick a car from outside the top 20 that's capable of winning, I've got my eye on Joey. Yeah, Dago wasn't bad. It got a big fat no on the Jeff Gluck poll, though, from a lot of people. Oh, Gregson's spinning out. Gregson's spinning out. Save it. Save it. Oh, he didn't save it. Nobody hit him, no. Caution's out. He's going to be stuck down here on the apron if he don't get it rolling. Gregson spun out right in front of Logano. Caution's out. You can pit here and make it to the end of the stage, by the way, which I'm assuming with how shit tires are here, you will pit here. Question is, do you want to try 2 tires right now? Do we want to run 50, 55 laps on just 2 tires? Joey went from 27th to 20th. He's the only car making moves. Suarez took a defensive line. Noah went to his outside. Suarez actually made some nice moves, and Gregson just broke traction there. Drifted for a good long while before that car finally spun around. And I thought he was going to come back down and get hit, but Briscoe missed him. That's the first sign of last year's Texas race. And here's where Hocevar loses the lead on pit road and never sees it again. They are going to pit. 4 tires for Bubba in 10th. I'd be curious to see what other guys will do. I think between 12th and 25th, you'll see some 2 tires, surely. I think Bowman would probably want to get up front. I think Reddick wants to get track position because he's good here. Austin Dillon, they're not scared to take a chance to get some track position. The good cars will play it safe here and take 4. Denny Hamlin stayed out. Staying out here is not a good call, in my opinion, because you've got to pit in this stage. If you're going to stay out, why not come down and do 2 tires? I think staying out was a mistake, ultimately. Probably banking on some more cautions. 4 tires for Larson. And here's 2 tires for Cindric, 2 for Berry, 2 for Busher, 2 for Austin Dillon. Hocevar's first car on 4. Cindric, Berry, Busher, Austin Dillon, Briscoe, and Bell. But Hocevar came out 4th, and he's first on 4 fresh tires. And Denny Hamlin stayed out. So Hocevar will never see the lead again in this race. I'm sorry, guys. I regret to inform you. I'll be right back. I'm actually going to switch to Hosevar's camera now and see how he does. I rode Bubba's camera the first 20 laps. Now I'll go to Hosevar. Well, when we hit that string of road courses and AJ Allmendinger and Vangisbergen win races, the playoff picture will be pretty muddy. They told Hosevar they're good on fuel. I'm like, you better be. You took 4 tires. It's the one element that's going to keep this race interesting when the cautions fall and who does 2 tires fuel only, no, whatever the fuck, you know. There was some fall off there. Old Larry Mack said, I'd put 4 tires on here. And I'm like, if I'm outside the top 10, I'm doing 2. Denny Hamlin just pitted. Why'd they stay out? I'm assuming that they fucked up and said stay out and then realized they made a terrible mistake and now they made Denny pit with 1 to go here. So Denny Hamlin, Cindric's the leader now. I was going to say, why the fuck did Denny stay out? Your next new winner. Blaney. I'm high on Blaney this year, despite the bad luck. If I had to pick a Final Four today, I'd say Bell, Blaney, Hamlin, and Larson. They fucked up the code words, and Denny stayed out when he was supposed to pit. And now they've given up all their track position. Denny Hamlin's at the back because he pitted with 1 to go. Glass half full, he can make to the end of the stage now. Oh, and then Denny sped on pit road when he did pit, but he was already at the back anyhow. Probably sped because he was mad. Code words fucking over Denny Hamlin. He probably just ruined his whole damn race. Cindric and Barry on the front row. Eric Jones, 3 wide, mid-pack, by the way, sailing around Bubba Wallace. Stalls out there off of 2. Bubba gives him plenty of room. I'm watching that 'cause they were 3 wide. And Cindric's going to get the lead. Oh, my God. Fucking Hocevar just running to the back of Buescher. I don't know how he didn't get him sideways. He hit him so hard. Can't wait to watch this back on the onboard because the onboard's slightly behind. Hocevar's in a good spot. He's 4th, first one on 4 fresh tires. That's worth a little bit. I still don't think he sees the lead again the rest of the race. That's my bold prediction. Hocevar will not lead this race for the rest of the day. I thought Busher was just going to get turned around and wrecked again this week.
He was making some gains out on the outside, going for it. Everybody's cars, they knew what to expect. Now, you knew that that restart was going to ratchet up, and it'll only intensify from here.
Let me look at lap times here. What's Cindric running? 29.0. 3/10 quicker than Hocevar's fastest lap the first run, by the way.
He's up the racetrack right now, but his car wasn't really personal being able to run long in qualifying and all those practice laps.
So there are three of the Jokins, Briscoe and Gibbs.
Hey, there's old Dennis Hamlin.
But here's Denny Hamlin. Because of the mix-up in the code words and him not pitting with the rest of the leaders the first time pit road was open, Hamlin restarted 36th, and he's picked up only 4 positions since we restarted. Well, they got it sorted out with a little bit of humor involved, but Hamlin's got a rough road to go here from 32nd. And he did not get a big Texas welcome here. A lot of noise when Denny Hamlin was introduced, but not a lot of them were cheers.
Well, you definitely don't want to be all no cattle in this type of situation. If you're gonna put yourself in those types of
I got my
scenarios,
Pizza Hut oven baked pasta and cheese sticks just got here. That Italian meats oven baked pasta is the shit, by the way. I recommend it, and you get cheese sticks with it if you want.
Try to do some strategy, get on set, make sure that you have those code words right next time.
I never liked the code words, Clint. They always wanted to use code words, and I was like, no. Just tell me if I'm gonna no tires, 2 tires, 4 tires. I don't really care if you do it when I'm sitting in the pit box. Just give me a normal call, because that's what happens, right? You try to overcomplicate things because everybody else is doing it, but what difference does it make?
I'm with Harvick. At this point in the race, just say fucking pit, 2 tires, code word bullshit.
That's the terminology, because Austin Cindric, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, that's your right side tires on. Did he hit the wall?
It was very close. Austin Cindric got tight off of turn 4 there, Larry. Sorry.
Well, I missed that. I was getting my shit together. Cindric bounced off the wall.
He all but hit the wall off turn 4. And he's holding this pack up right now. You can definitely tell that the 21 and 17 cars are better. And
2 tires are definitely falling off. If he didn't hit it, it was close, really close.
Oh, my oven baked pasta.
45 to go in stage 1. Austin Cindric has been out in front now for 13 laps. Carson Hocevar led the first 22, and Denny Hamlin led 1 lap under caution.
I'm away from the mic right now so I can chew and not go in your ear too much. So I'll try to lean over and actually talk. Cindric hit the wall and still leading. Gonna fight for the lead into turn 1. I can see it out of Hocevar's windshield. Josh Berry is trying to take the lead. Cindric just stays clear off of 2. I'm watching out his windshield. And Cindric fucking gapped Berry into turn 3. That was crazy. we're back.
Chris Buescher, who was 12th prior to the last caution flag, he is right there with the leaders. Another of those cars that took 2 tires. There's the performance cam view for Buescher.
NASCAR be like, look, they're all close together. Isn't that great?
See up high out of the groove, higher than Barry already. That's as close as it gets. I don't see
What was that noise that Clint Boyer just made?
and even off of the exit of turn 4, Clint, you know how fast that banking pulls down, and that problem starts late center of the corner, and as you start to try to just put a little more wheel in that car, next thing you know, you kind of jump over that, you jump the curb there, and it just takes off on you. Well, I tell you what's taken off is the speed in this 2 car.
If CTE was a noise, it's the one Clint Boyer just made.
Getting around and get arrow tight. Josh Beal drive right to him, and then get tight and have to reset and go back after it. But Buescher, man, this Buescher is impressing me.
He's coming, Regan.
Like he is coming to the front very rapidly right
Did you know that Chris Buescher is from Prosper, Texas, with a population of like 3,000 or 30,000? I can't remember what it was.
I will be very aggressive with my play calls on the pit box. Didn't feel like they were aggressive enough last year. It cost them a good result. Keep in mind, Chris Buescher, a hometown driver, trying to get his first top 10 in Texas. Looking good right now.
Well, you see right now, it's kind of a cat and mouse game as you go into the corner. You want to go the opposite way that car in front of you goes. You see Austin Cindric, he keeps mixing it up. He's in that second lane, and if he can keep the momentum of that car up, it'll make it a tough pass for Josh Berry. But what'll happen is, Josh Berry guesses wrong on the entry to the corner and gets tight like you saw with Austin Cindric. Chris Buescher is right there to capitalize on that, make a pass, and that's what you hope for.
Some of the biggest movers. Darren Reddick +5 since that restart. Denny Hamlin up 6 from the back. Ryan Blaney.
Host of artist said, I'm struggling tight. He just got passed by Kyle Larson.
All the Reddick fans, put a smile on your face. He is fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Reddick's fast. He's in 9th place, Clint.
He's moving, he's making passes, and he's doing it on the racetrack where others can't. You see him on the outside of the racetrack. You saw the car bounce right there. That tells me that car's making good grip. If you've got the confidence in your car to go up and run in that outside groove,
Well,
things are good.
as these groups spread out, you see the 5 car up the racetrack, and when this racetrack starts,
Larson's the one you ought to be worried about.
those are the 2 guys that
He passed Hocevar, and he's clearly faster than Buescher and Berry. Buescher's good run is stalled out here.
and the 5 and the 45 are definitely the 2 cars that we would point at that can do that better than anybody.
Now here are the first 2 cars with fresh tires. Larson in 4th, Hocevar in 5th with 4 fresh tires. 3 ahead of them.
Larson
took 2.
I'm watching Larson. You can see he's a little nervous.
Hocevar is pushing hard to try to get back by Larson, and it's only hurting him because now he's going to get passed by William Byron. He drove right up to the bumper of Larson and got tied in 2,
And that 5 car did that on
and here comes Byron. So I told you, Hocevar will not lead a lap the rest of the day.
back down in front of him, and that caused Carson to lift off that corner and allow William Byron to go by him.
The Abaheen man went into the corner and drove it way off in there. The car took off the hill. Now Hocevar back to his inside with the Abaheen.
You could see in real time just how hard he was driving and how much it was hurting him.
But Jamie, one of their teammates who usually does very well here, not having a great day so far.
No, he's not. He was pretty optimistic coming in, and he told me this morning they were better than when they qualified 11th. But things got a little bit worse when they came down pit road. The front changer had an issue with the gun, and that extended their stop. He lost multiple spots, restarted 19th, and he's since lost 2 more. Not going anywhere back there in 21st.
Zane Smith there just ahead of Bowman. Smith in the 20th spot. So midfield there. 30 to go in stage 1. Tyler Reddick ahead of Gibbs there.
Yeah, you saw Tyler Reddick. He just went around the outside of that 54 car. We think these are 2 of the best cars on the racetrack, but this groove is moving up rapidly, Clint. And I think, if it does, it's going to be really hard to make any passes on the bottom of the
Yeah, the groove's widening out. The bad news is that'll mean the high line in 3 and 4 is better than the bottom, and you won't be able to pass the rest of the day, even though the groove's widening out.
No better pairing than an
Wow, Hocevar passed Byron back. That was impressive.
So grab your tickets to the Busch Light Summer Music Series concerts today. Follow on Busch Beer, at Busch Beer on Instagram, and learn how you can win a VIP concert experience. Concerts in Michigan, Chicago, Street Race, Iowa, and Gateway.
looks fun.
Does look fun.
Bush beer,
Nobody
concert.
does fun as good as Bush Light. So I had a.
Harvick, you don't drive anymore. Stop kissing ass.
They do a great job.
I'm glad you had that. I used it a lot. Perks of the job.
All right, Bubba Wallace finding him 12th spot, as you saw there from the Toyota onboard cam. Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Chris Buescher, 3 Fords in front of the field in Texas.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go.
Larson's talent is slowly overcoming this shit car as he's working on Chris Buescher as we speak. Man, this pasta was good. I wish I had more of it. I done ate it all. Now I'm on to the cheese sticks. Buescher keeps pushing high off of 2 and Larson's just closing in. We eating good today.
Joining the Word 400, Austin Cindric had led a total of only 9 laps in his first 23 starts on mile-and-a-half tracks, but today he's picking up right where he left off at Talladega. He's led over 80 laps in his last 3 starts on the mile-and-a-halves, including 37 laps so far today.
Well, we see Austin Cindric continuing to lead right there.
Larson can't get by Buescher, even though he's definitely faster.
Not missing. That's the biggest thing that he's doing right now. He's got this front of the pack checked up. He actually ran a little bit better at that last lap, but running that second, third groove right on those bottom hash marks through 1 and 2 has really allowed him to make these 2 tires work, which it hasn't worked for everybody else that has done it.
And as that groove keeps widening out and they keep getting that rubber burn into the racetrack, it's going to gain grip and it's going to widen this thing out. That is good news for us. And for these guys mired back in traffic trying to make passes, you've got to go where they're not. You cannot drive in their wake. They're extremely tight. The front end won't turn. Get out of that wake.
Can't drive in their wake. Well, how am I supposed to fucking catch them and pass them?
Players out there doing something different.
Tyler Reddick in that 45 car, he's been playing around a lot, trying different things. It's not like he drives it way deep in the corner, but he's been using
I'm struggling to finish this cheese bread, but I'm gonna finish it.
turn into the corner, Clinton, then let the front set, and then drive it through the corner with as much throttle as it'll take.
Holy shit! 2 cars side by side. Oh my god! It's Herbst and Kozlowski.
Slid it on the outside, doing everything he can to try to get by Riley Herbst. Thought he had him a lap ago, couldn't clear it.
And it's tough. And when you have this second
This outside over here in 4 should help you. There you go. Brad finally got ahead of him.
Riley, well,
Well, not quite.
that's exactly what you're talking
Riley just fucking drove hard through 3 and 4. They're racing hard. Lap slow car ahead. Jesse Love in the 62. I forgot Jesse Love's in this race.
really patient here because you can get yourself in trouble so quick as we see Tyler Reddick go by William Byron. We talk about how tough it is to pass in certain situations.
Reddick's really good. Larson's really good.
Versatile as his cars
But whoever's out front's just going to lead no matter what, probably.
with the pace that Cedric is running has allowed him to catch this lead pack quick.
Reddick's the fastest car on the racetrack right now. He restarted 14th and he has gained 8 spots.
If y'all didn't hear me at the start of the race, if you weren't on my stream, I said Texas is a mile and a half that tripped and fell down a flight of stairs.
Leading Larson and Husqvarna Chevrolet and Reddick's Toyota. 15 to go in stage 1 as we take you Fox.
But it's still a mile and a half. And how do I know this? Well, because Larson and Reddick are the 2 best cars. Reddick just flew by on the outside of Hocevar. And now he's running up to Larson. Maybe Reddick's better than Larson. The positive reinforcement they just gave Hocevar. 45 is the only car that's able to move right now, so. Well, Pizza Hut's fucking good. And Reddick's making the pass on Larson. Is Reddick going to win the stage? Does anybody want to be bold enough to say he can pass the 3 guys for cleaner air? Hell, he might win the stage. They're just now coming to 10 to go. The way he passed Larson and Hocevar so easily. Ooh, Busher got his nose underneath Berry there. This is going to help Reddick at least close in on these guys, but it's going to give Cindric a bigger lead because now Reddick's got 2 cars side by side in front of him. How nice of Fox to make it back before 10 to go. Never mind, we're going to watch a fucking graphic. Fuck it, I'll watch Hocevar's camera. I can tell you exactly what's going on. Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't really care about numbers and pictures of drivers. The race is on. And Reddick's making a charge here, so why are we not watching that? Reddick's about 3/10 quicker than everybody around him. At least 3/10 quicker than everybody around him on lap time. And yeah, he passed Busher, and now he's passing Josh Berry, and you didn't get to see a bit of it because we were showing a graphic. Thank you, Fox. 2 more weeks of this shit. Today in All-Star Race in Kansas, whatever. So yeah, Reddick made the pass on Busher, and now he's working on Berry, and you didn't see a goddamn thing. And yeah, Cindric is balls deep in lap traffic now. We've finally run long enough to really be in lap traffic. Reddick's the car to beat, for sure. This is actually very impressive. 7 to go. Cindric's car fell off the moment he caught the tail end of the field. Berry's giving Reddick a push. That closes him in even closer. Denny Hamlin's smoking down the backstretch. Barry sees another chance for him to go, and he's going to shove the 45 again. Cody Ware's running the line of the leader. Wherever the leader runs is where he runs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hamlin's blowing up. Wow, Hamlin's blowing up. And Reddick is driving through the rear of Cody Ware. Oh, my God. Put it out. 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 Caution's out. Cindric held the lead, but he wasn't going to hold it for much longer. Denny Hamlin just blew up right in front of the leaders. Flames shot out from under that. I'm going to watch this on Hocevar's camera. Hocevar almost ran into the back of Busher when they were slowing down for Hamlin. Oh, the irony. Denny blows up, and it costs Reddick the stage. Denny, you need to get the fuck out of that car. The smoke. Get the fuck out of there, Dennis. Hey, there was some good racing going on there at the end. This stage is definitely over, though. I can't even see where he's at. Oh, anytime something bad happens to Denny, it instantly buys the good race poll a few percents of yeses, which is why they voted no when he won Martinsville and when he won Darlington, because Darlington was a fine race. Like, this thing just fucking detonated when he got into turn one. Spun out in his own oil. Good save, honestly. On fire. Spins out and didn't hit nothing. Well, the good news is he was going to blow up regardless of whether they fucked up his strategy or not. So that gets Cindric a stage win, it looks like. Nobody cares, Clint. Dylan, it's literally just Darlington on a mile and a half. They can't pass. There's only about a lane and a half to race on. But as soon as the leader caught lap traffic, everybody fucking rubber banded together, and here came Reddick because everybody was in dirty air. That equaled out Cindric's advantage, and Reddick's got a better car, and he's a better driver. So it's literally just Darlington on a mile and a half. Oh my God, it's Piss Pot. Dak Piss Pot. I thought he was out on pit road throwing a football right now. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was, oh, it's pre-race. That's like hours ago. Intercepted. Wow, he was throwing a football with the fourth best quarterback in the NFC East. That's a moment to remember. You know, he's fourth behind Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, and yeah, he's fourth. Actually, God, he's worse than fourth because fucking Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston's probably better than him now anyway.
Best racetracks for top 10 finishes.
So yeah, you got Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, then Dak.
All right, here's Ryan Grace, the Sarah Lee camera on board his number 64.
Rams Dente.
Significant penalized at Talladega in post-race for infraction with a spoiler. Joey Logano, the other, and mixed feelings about the appropriateness of the penalty to the crime. Here's Richard Petty and Dale Inman on their podcast this week.
Richard Petty and Dale Inman have a podcast. Tommy DeVito is better than.
Kevin, I understand the Logano infraction and the penalty to him. But in the case of Grace, at every other track that NASCAR rules, you can have three shims underneath that spoiler to get it up to the proper angle. They did. They raised the spoiler at the proper angle. But there's an exception. Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, where you can only have two shims. So where you have
Somebody fucked up putting the 60 car there. Boy, RFK is slipping this year, dude. RFK is taking big steps back this year. Priest is taking steps forward, but the organization as a whole is taking steps back. Busher's having a good race today. Knock on wood for him. Brad's got a top 10 streak at Texas. I'm hoping for him to have a good race. Last lap of the stage under caution, and then hopefully pit road will open the lap after that. RFK doesn't need to stay at two cars. I think being a three-car team helps you. Notice the three best teams in NASCAR have three or more cars. Hendrick, Gibbs, and Penske, and then 2311's right there with them. If the more cars you have, the better you will be. Having more cars helps you. It don't hurt you. It helps you. Sorry, Denny. It'll be a short podcast tomorrow, I guess.
So Austin Cindric will come around behind the safety car to his second stage win of 2025 and his first.
Fuck me. Good for Cindric getting a stage win after he won the race last week.
From 17th to
There's Jesse Love getting some TV time with the leader there. Reddick was going to win that stage if Denny didn't blow up. I'm very confident in saying that. That'll be the one point that eliminates Reddick from the playoffs this year. When they're balls deep in the playoffs trying to make a run and he misses the final four by 1 point, it'll be like, remember when that caution come out at Texas and he didn't win that stage? Yeah.
so stage one is under caution. Austin Cindric.
I don't think it's so much that Trackhouse fell off. The problem with Trackhouse is they stayed the same while other teams moved forward. Hendrick only got better. Gibbs only got better. 2311 got better. So even though Trackhouse is probably still where they were a couple years ago, it's just they didn't progress. I don't think they've regressed. I think they've stayed the same while other teams leapfrogged them. I am thirsty. I will be right back. BRB. Depending on where they come off pit road is going to determine what onboard camera I switch to for stage. Still on host of ours, but I'll probably switch to somebody else's soon.
Micah takes a solid picture with a win in this series, and that's exactly what Austin Cindric did last
We've been under caution for 84 years. Yeah. Can't wait till Brad Keselowski retires and he gets replaced by Harrison Burton, so he can come back and have another year of running 25th in Cup.
Brian Wilson, the crew chief, Doug Campbell, a spotter up on the roof. Austin Cindric, the Talladega winner. The road is open and
No, Dylan. Penske's going to win at least 5 or 6 races. 3 for Blaney, 3 for Joey. So you got to account for some Penske wins. If that was the case. See where they come off pit road. I'm changing 4 here because we don't know how long we're going to run. I'm going to save my 2 tire stops for fucking stage 3. And the race off pit road will go to Josh Berry. Josh Berry is the new leader. Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick 5th. I'm going to go to Reddick's camera because I think he'll be fun to watch. So I'm switching up to Reddick for my max camera experience.
Mike Chase was a friend, a great guy, and a great driver. A winner in the NASCAR Truck Series in 8 years, the 94 Winston West champion driver, and the 87 Southwest Tour champs. In recent years,
Also had an amazing mustache. Rest in peace.
ski racing and other teams. At 73.
Karen, it's not about who you want to hire, it's where the money is. And Harrison Burton obviously has funding, so they would probably say, well, he's got funding and Cup experience. Fuck it, we got to go with him, or else we're going to wind up back to being a 2-car team. They don't want to just be a 2-car team. They want to be a 3-car team and a 4-car team. So, yeah, he'll retire and they'll put fucking Harrison Burton in the 6 or some shit. It's not about who you want to hire. It's who you have to keep the team going.
When I got to these guys the last time, they were all 2-car, right? 2-tire cars. The 225
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do you think Denny Hamlin hired Riley Herbst? What, you think it's because Riley Herbst is such an incredible fucking prospect? No. He's got funding. And Denny wanted to be a three-car team, and the only viable option financially was Riley Herbst. So, and he probably said, well, Riley did improve a lot in Xfinity the last couple of years. He actually became good in Xfinity, so fuck it. We want to be a three-car team. I love seeing Josh Berry lead a cup race. Is that Jamie McMurray holding a kangaroo? I'm watching Jamie McMurray hold a kangaroo. All right. That is Jamie McMurray holding a kangaroo. If there ever was a NASCAR on Fox moment, there it is. Oh, I guarantee, Dylan, Sammy Smith will be a cup driver. Sammy Smith will be a cup driver whether he pans out or not. He'll get at least one chance. It might be in a shipbox car, but you'll see him in cup at some point. For the same reason Riley Herbst got a cup ride. Same reason Cole Custer's in cup again. What about Cole Custer in that first run in cup he had validates him having a ride? Like, Custer should have been out, but he's back. Chris Wright's never going to be in a cup car, period, because he's just too stupid. He's not worth the hassle because he'll cost you more money than he's worth. Stage two. Tyler Reddick seems to have the best car. He's fifth. He's on the inside. Josh Berry's a leader. Bell got a safety violation penalty. And Berry took off. Berry knows how to lead a damn race now. He learned how to do that at Vegas. That's a lot of speedy dry. Whoa, Briscoe! Around he goes and noses it into the wall a little bit. Look out. I knew that was bad. Now, I don't think his car's damaged, but he needs to just roll straight across the grass and go to his fucking pit box if he's not already past it, or he's going to get stuck. And that's what he's doing. He's driving on the quarter mile on the front stretch to get to pit road. Because fuck going all the way around. He's got a little more damage than I thought. That left front's beat up pretty good. I thought he was going to have a good race despite the qualifying effort. 3 wide around the top of turn 4 and just busted his ass. Such a good effort to try to save it. And I was like, he's going to hook somebody. He damn near hooked Riley Herbst. Yeah, left front's messed up pretty bad. At least stuff is happening in this race. Like, it's been eventful. Anything looks good after Bristol a few weeks ago. Stay out here. You can't make it from here anyway. No advantage to pitting here. Stay out. This race is going to be Larson versus Reddick, and whoever takes two tires at the end to try to get in front of them.
Think I'll be off two for a minute. Therefore, he said pitting. Skewing. All clear.
There are people inside the Dolphin Stadium watching the F1 race on the big screens that is going on outside the stadium.
All right, Chase Briscoe damage repair. Same for Riley Herbst. And you'll see both of it right here.
And this angle really shows how the back tires basically come off the ground. And outside of that black rubber, see it right here. Look at that. And that car is, you saw the flames come out of the pipe. Even it's already lifted.
It's obviously worse as it goes up because the 60 hit the same thing you saw when they both bottomed out. The smoke come out from underneath both cars where they
I
bottomed.
can't believe Herbst didn't just eat shit there. He should have been hooked and in the fence. Is Chad Fincham better than Denny Hamlin? Because Chad Fincham's 37th and it says Denny Hamlin's 38th.
19 had Herbst.
Caden, I need answers.
Well, and it leaves Toyota's in now. Four of the last five positions, counting Denny Hamlin, who's off the track, and Christopher Bell, who's had a couple of trips pit side.
Yes, he has. It's been a rough sequence of events. He came down at the end of the stage to pit, and they had a safety violation. So they brought him back in, and he said, "Can you guys reconnect my arrows for the cooling system?" So you see, they went in the right side. They made an adjustment, let him go. Well, then they didn't connect it all the way. Had to come back, and then you see this mechanic goes in there completely, and then stuck about 15 to 20 seconds, maybe even a little bit longer. So now, restart 34th. So things turning even worse for this team.
Not a good day for Bell so far. Yes, he says.
It's definitely hotter than most of the races that we've been at this year. And when you get inside that car and something quits working, it shows up.
I've been told that this is the best attended Texas race in a long time. And I think the time of year and the weather and the fact they only race here once a year did this track a lot of good as far as business goes.
For that team right now.
He's been good all weekend.
Yes. Well, now on this restart, couple drivers who Kyle Larson has not led today will be up on the front row.
Kyle Larson front row restart.
While Cindric and Barry have led 59 and 9 laps respectively, with Carson Hocevar leading the other 22. They're going to come around turn 4.
Larson won this race yesterday from the outside on a restart.
Finally, 13 laps in, we'll get racing here in stage 2.
What's wrong? Nobody's hit the grass today. Larson around the top. Chases Barry down on the straightaway to try to side draft him. What little side draft you can get with these cars. Somebody just threw a bad block on Bubba back there. And Tyler Reddick's 2 cars behind him going, wait for me, wait for me. Here's a help from Cindric to Barry. It didn't help him enough. Whoa, Larson went really wide there. Larson's really wide off of 2, and that's going to help Barry get clear. Larson has to get defensive now with Cindric. Good for Barry, holding him off. Woohoo! Hocevar almost junked it. I appreciate the replay of that on that, Fox. That was crazy. Kyle Busch is 12th. I think that's worth pointing out. He's won here a lot. Chase Elliott's having another mediocre race while his 3 teammates outperform him. And big block from Gibbs to Bowman there. I was really worried about Bubba coming off a 4 there. He almost got too high, like Briscoe did. Tyler Reddick settled into 3rd behind Larson. They're kind of watching Josh Berry drive away from him right now. I'm hoping this is the last year of this playoff format, Mike. Most attendance at Texas is 2009 is crazy. Or 2010. Sorry, I forgot what year it was. At least business is good. Chase Briscoe just got lapped by Barry and Larson. Yeah, that left front's so fucked up. Briscoe's day's ruined. Barry, Larson, and Reddick, the last 3 mile-and-a-half winners. I love that Barry's a part of that. Damn, Josh Berry might be the new Mr. Mile and a Half. You can do a lot being this strong on mile and a half like he's been this year. This is a very unique mile and a half, but it's still a mile and a half. Michael McDowell still in the top 10, 100 laps into this race. Larson, Berry, Bell, Reddick, and Byron are going to stink up Charlotte. So I know Blaney was so good at Homestead. It kind of scares me how good Blaney was at Homestead. What's your name? Little girl. What's your name? This guy just said, "You want to fix racing in the Cup Series? Put Chris Wright in a Cup car, because then they'll have to like dodge him every week. They'll catch lap traffic a little quicker." They just told Reddick, "You're the fastest car on the track." And my HBO Max just froze. Oh, it's back. And we're back to the Josh Berry show.
Well, you better be fast. If you're going to have the sponsor of the race on your car, it makes it a really good day. Good day to have a good engine pace, yeah, because you know all the
Ty Gibbs, another week of beating the washed allegations. Ty Gibbs is not washed in his 20s. Oh shit, you're right. The race sponsor is leading. I didn't even remember what the sponsor was for this race till you said. Remember how Carl Edwards won the Subway Fresh Fit 500 in the Subway car? And then Kevin Harvick had to fuck him over and win in the Jimmy John's car at the Subway Fresh Fit 500. Jimmy John's is better anyway. Not that I would know, but anything's got to be better than Subway. Kyle Busch is 11th. He passed Bubba Wallace. Well, there must be trading the spot because now Kyle's back to 12th.
And that makes it difficult to be able to get that car low down. It gets really flat on the apron. So as we start to get close to these green flag pit stops, the drivers have to think about where those braking marks are and see, wait, is the entrance to pit road.
Let's get some straight talk from the spotters. Sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Fascinating. Ryan Blaney is 13th. Just past Priest. It's a three-car race depending on who the three cars are at the front. Blaney's going to pass Kyle Busch soon, it looks like. Reddick hit 195 at the end of the front stretch, by the way. That's terrifying going into that corner because it's a long way to go to hit the wall if something bad happens off into turn one. That's like the worst corner to blow a tire at in NASCAR, period. Turn one at Texas. I like that these segments give the announcers a chance to shut the fuck up because they don't have anything to talk about anyway. I'm so glad I didn't watch that truck race on Friday. I skipped it. Saw Corey Haim won, though. How many truck wins he got now? Like 50?
Straight Talk sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Wow, what a difference a week makes. In Talladega, it was non-stop chatter from the spotters.
Well, it's still really important here. Just the different, I guess, sequence and how you would use things. And a lot of times here, it's referencing where you need to be on the racetrack, what you need to do different, what this car is doing. So the pit box will feed the spotter a lot of information that they're seeing on the SMT or the red back on cameras, throttles, brakes, all those different styles of driving, and try to relate that through the spotter to the driver.
His engine is number 9. Jamie, what's up with Jason?
Yeah, qualifying has been their Achilles heel this year. He qualified 29th. They're up 13 spots, but just kind of been stuck there in the 16th position.
Remember when I said Hocevar wouldn't lead a lap the rest of the day? He's 8th. Every run he slides back another spot or two. Luckily for him, it's a long green run, so you're not going to fall far on a green flag run because nobody can pass you. So
In the pre-race today, just talking about where they're at with their season, the performance of their cars, and I think Brad is in a spot where he's going to
Oh, Josh Berry just wrecked from the lead. Oh, Reddick just barely missed him. Berry was leading. He just wrecked hard off of 4. Well, he tried to pass a lap car around the outside and probably hit the bump that Briscoe hit and just lost it. Holy shit. That sucks. The left rear is destroyed. Look at that. That car's killed. Can we get a replay? He was the leader. He's catching Cody Ware. Does Cody give him room? Cody stays glued to the bottom and gives him room. This is kind of on Barry. Oh, that sucks. Cody Ware didn't do nothing wrong. That was not a Chris Wright situation. Cody stayed on the very, very bottom. And Barry wasn't even close to him yet, really. He wasn't going to catch him until probably into the front straightaway. Can't get over how fast that happened. New leader, Kyle Larson. But you're going to pit here now. It was getting about time to pit anyway. This is the weirdest fucking racetrack we go to. You can't race hard, you can't pass, but it's very treacherous and shit happens a lot here. It's so weird. They go to Kansas next week. Look at the pit crew advantage Larson has in that top 5. The Fords need to get their shit together on pit road. The Ford teams have bad pit crews, especially Penske. 2 tires for Larson. Kind of had to creep getting out of the box, though. He just wants to get this lead and set sail. I like taking 2 tires there to guarantee you get the lead. 2 tires for Hocevar. He comes out second. Larson, Hocevar, and Priest, 2 tires. And Lord Jesus, there's a fire. Hell yeah, zoom that camera in. I'm a wanted man. Wanted man.
Should be all 2 tires in front of us. That was 4 laps on tires than the first time everybody did it, and last lap from no in the state. So kind of right in the midpoint here, this yellow. Up here, the 21 and the 19 both got their lefts above this seam exit, so you can't be above that seam exit. That's where they bust their ass. So
Did you guys know there was a lead change in the F1 race a little while ago?
yeah, we don't need to really talk about it, but I see it. And well, I'm just keeping you concerned with it because it's probably been 5 or 6 today, so. Copy. Oh yeah, I know.
Dale Jr.'s at the Formula One race, and Scott said, LOL, even Jr. ain't going to watch the Cup race today. Yeah, juniors at the F1 race. I didn't even realize.
Stays on track, you know our numbers, but just be aware of that when we restart. Yeah, it's fun. And 34 is going to stay there, so he stayed. Everybody else on two in front.
Looks like the toddler Gilliland stayed out for the moment.
Indianapolis 500 and Coca-Cola 600. Same day, IndyCar, NASCAR. Josh Berry got the one in the garage.
No shit, he's went to the garage. You see the fucking left rear of that car?
Accidents at Texas Motor Speedway than any other non-drafting track since the introduction of this seventh generation NASCAR race car.
Well, this track.
Yeah, Harvick, it's called No Limits Texas for a reason. Yeah, Todd Gilliland's leader, by the way. He's going to get loose and wipe Larson out and give the race back to Hocevar.
Two tires wasn't a bad plan in stage one, especially if you're
Restarting here, 34 to go in the state. 34.
You got clean air. Two tires is the way to go, but only one car is really going to get clean air.
Really fast out there up front. You're already back in traffic and you can stay pretty stagnant right there. Never really gain or lost any position. Getting back closer to the front, that car can still get the job done.
Alright, we're coming green here. Outside of it, 7. 4.
beneath big loss.
Behind you, he's all
The
set.
biggest TV screen when it was built. As you watch from our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, best seat in the house since 1925. Happy 100 to the Goodyear blimp in its retro design.
Larson's practicing laying back.
All the way, Larry, what do you think?
Yeah, he's trying to run 82 laps, but we're about
No way he makes it to the end of the stage. No way he gets the lead off of turn two, anyhow. That's a good thing to do, Fox. Cut away from the cars as they're coming through the restart zone. There you go. Good job. That was a great restart, but not enough. See you later. Kyle Larson's leader. Gilliland's going to fucking hit the wall. Oh, my God. Ryan Priest second. Reddick third with Hocevar on his outside. Great strategy there, 34 group. Really paid off. Out of the top 10 before we even complete 2 laps under green. Reddick going to go around the outside of Priest. I don't want to jinx us, but we've had such good weather for NASCAR this year outside of Daytona. It's kind of shocking to me. But the only thing we've had good this year is the weather. Joey Logano's 10th and Blaney is 12th. They're worth keeping an eye on. They haven't had track position the whole race. And you saw how fast Barry was and how fast Cindric was when he had track position.
Personal brand Keselowski right there. Boy, he's been grinding it out, passing cars since the start of the race. Didn't qualify well. Started third. Worked his way up to challenge for the top 10.
And Blaney got him right to that equation. And then also part of all the guys that were there in the race. A lot of big names.
Yeah, we saw Brad do a little bit of the tire strategy right there. We've watched Blaney, like you say, Click, fall his way back through the field.
Does struggle with the
Today,
bump in
this is
3
going
and
to be
4.
another one of
Be
those
aware. Bottom
mighty tight
lane
games
is
where
right
he
forward.
shows up at the end by the time he makes his way through the field.
Blaney's up to 12th. Restart.
I've been struggle with the bump in 3 and 4. I think Mark's kind of been his lead. He's trained for that.
Sounded like he shifted right there.
Kevin, that's exactly what he's been doing the last 3 laps. Remember, he's on those 2 tires. He has been downshifting the 4, getting into 1 and 2.
Reddick is catching Larson very quickly. And I'm pretty sure Reddick took 4 tires. So this is where that 2 tire thing could come back to bite Larson just a little bit. He's not going to lose more than a spot probably. Reddick 3/10 quicker. Pretty consistently 3/10 quicker.
The tell-all sign of the leader struggling. You saw the center gives lead and backs him up. And now all of a sudden you see Busher drop right into that equation as well. It was a matter of a lap and a half when Busher was right on them.
Well, you see the distance is about the same between those cars, so you really gives you a good reference of when that effect draw right to that exact distance that Reddick has compared to Larson, and that's when those cars start to not handle as well. But luckily, Clint, this racetrack has opened up, and that second and third groove, you see the second groove right there makes it a little bit more difficult to pass, trying to finish that pass on the front of the racetrack, because Reddick's car is definitely better.
Plus, it's open season. Consider this. The only drivers in the top 20 who've been to victory lane this year are Larson and Byron. That's 18 others that can't win.
18 of the top 20 cars on track right now have not won a race this year. A couple of them should have. Bowman, Blaney. This is a good track for RFK. Keselowski's been top 10 here the last several years. Every time Keselowski has raced at Texas since going to RFK, he's been in the top 10, so I'm not surprised. Priest is up front on a strategy play, but Busher really is just this fast. Busher's been this good the whole race. Look at all them wrecks. And now during the commercial, I can just look out Reddick's windshield. 21 to go this time by. Larson leaving the bottom open is probably the only thing letting Reddick get close. He leaves the bottom open in turns 1 and 2. And then in 3 and 4, they both run the exact same line because they're too scared to move up. Now, their Reddick's moving up a little bit, but not enough. Laughing Briscoe again. Ryan Blaney's ninth. Sleepy.
including the race. Where Kyle Larson leads Tyler Reddick by half a second. Reddick was able to catch Larson, not able to get by. So it's Chevy first, Toyota second, Ford third with Chris Buescher. Ryan Preece hanging on to fourth and Larson is in fifth. Larson so far has led twice for 21 laps today. Won the Xfinity race yesterday, substituting for Connor Zilic, who continues his recuperation from a back injury. The Xfinity Series doesn't race again.
I like the conspiracy theories. Connor Zilich's back ain't hurt. NASCAR paid Dale Jr. to take him out of the car to make it look good that they threw a caution on the last lap of that Xfinity race. NASCAR paid him to fake an injury to say, see, here's why we throw the caution. It's the dumbest conspiracy theory this week. Stay tuned next week for more. Hopefully a better race next week. God, I'm tired. Yeah, Bowman's fast. You pointed that out a second ago. Now they're taking note. And Hocevar fucking blocks him. And then moves his line up in the middle of the corner, Chris Wright style. Bubba's bouncing back. He was top 10 in stage 1, drifted back. Now he is 7th. Logano and Blaney are both in the top 10 now. 34 cars on the lead lap. It's taken Blaney 155 laps to be in the top 10. Yeah, Noah spun out and he's ahead of Chase. That's pretty funny. Damn, Bowman's fast. They're catching a lap car here. He was trying to pass Priest, but they run up on Fincham. Fincham, hello. Come on now. Bubba just passed Hosevar, though.
Slice of lime on that margarita. Wallace didn't leave any room between the as far as
Yeah, you're tight. You're in traffic. It's going to be that way. I think Hosevar was bitching that they didn't take two tires because now he's stuck in dirty air purgatory with a tight car.
Well, we saw Austin struggle when he got behind those lap cars earlier tonight. Definitely have lost the handle on the racetrack right now.
6 to go in stage 2. Right now, Joey Logano poised to pick up the final stage point. You heard on his radio earlier. Hey, stage points are a possibility.
He'll get a point. He's not catching Blaney. Oh, Busher's got a flat tire. Right rear flat on the 17. And they're not throwing a caution for him. He's got to spin it out on purpose, but if you do that, you might get stuck. Then they cut to Busher fans in the crowd going, oh no. How did they find Busher fans? I know they're in Texas. And when that tire carcass comes off, and there goes the carcass. And, oh my lord, caution. Did you hear Mike Joy? When they're like, they got to throw the caution, throw it. And Harvick goes, nope, they're not throwing it. And Mike Joy goes, not yet. It was like a game show. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. Well, this stage will end under caution just like the first stage did. So, Larson first, Reddick second, Bowman third, Priest fourth, Bubba fifth. It was seriously like a game show of like, all right, come on, throw the caution. Oh, here it comes. Well, there goes Busher's good race. That's done.
And this is a game that you play here with that right rear air pressure.
Because he's the only car one lap down.
Oh, Lordy.
You want to run the air as low as you can to get as much grip in these cars as possible. And you want to run the car low, but you also use that car's suspension. Listen to this.
Yeah, I said I saw it. Pretty hard.
That's a crushing blow. Home track, doing so good. I think this should be the stage in
2 more laps.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
we don't need it. I mean, I think get the clean air is probably going to be really close to where we want it. It's kind of what I'm afraid of.
Absolutely.
Well, little Busher fan. Oh, they're just happy to be on TV. And then they immediately cut away.
And this one curious to get
Here, just as the race went
Kyle Larson has won a stage in each of the last 4 races at Texas Motor Speedway. So the market now is 5 straight.
I definitely feel the balance shift. I know you're not seeing it, but I definitely feel it. From clean air versus not. Yeah, considering I haven't had it much.
So that's a series leading 6th stage win at Texas for Larson. And 6 in 2025. His 68th career stage win. Most of any driver.
Start down that race. How's it?
Tired, boss.
Still close here. Whenever you want to go to stage of the line.
Excuse me. Bubba racking up the points again. He and Bowman are having sneaky good years.
Putting themselves in the front of the pack to get those stage points to give themselves a chance to win.
I guarantee you Truex is still number one on stage points in a season, followed by Larson.
And when you're in a position that much, eventually you're going to get there. Happy for Cindric and his team. Kid works hard, drives hard, and I feel like he gets better every year. So it's fun to see those guys win. I love the emotion nowadays.
That was the stage hit. They went to hit. When it third stalls in, 47 will be in here before we leave. Have your bottle ready.
Join Kevin and the crew every Tuesday and Thursday. Is this the best podcast in NASCAR? We think so. Tune in and see Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour presented by Edward Mark Automotive. We're at the end of stage number 2. In what movie was it famously said, you can't pit now, Cole, without eating ice cream? Oh my gosh. We just got
Gee, I don't know.
Days of Thunder.
Kyle Busch got a stage point.
Jamie, we're eating Andy's frozen custard.
Oh, I hear you guys.
Did my eyes deceive me, or did Kyle Busch get a point?
We talked about Ryan Preece multiple times this year since joining our today, he's top 5 once again. So let's go ahead and leave his victory.
No, the worst Final Four for Boomers is Bubba, Hamlin, Logano. Bubba, Hamlin, Logano, and probably Bowman.
Send me right the second, Jack, man. I studied architecture at Princeton.
Justin Angel, Salisbury, North Carolina. Gas man. I worked here for 18 years.
Very friendly to crew chief. And up on the roof, Brandon Wilkinson, the spotter. Well, more bad news for Chris Buescher in the 17. Coming into the pits, he had a commitment line violation. So now he's not eligible to take the wave around and get back on the lead lap. So he will be elected.
Buscher's fucked.
He's the only car one lap down when we restart. You know, they named the flavor for here. Custard. They call it golden custard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, looks like it's got some pretzels and I don't know.
Here we go.
Pit road's open. 2 tires. I want 2 tires to be up front at the start of this stage.
Becker is a 45 with Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson. Tyler Reddick needs to be a little bit freer this run by 1 number. In the 5-car, Kyle Larson just a little bit too loose this time. Lacks some grip.
What a comeback for Alex Bowman. They had that hiccup on pit road earlier today.
4 for Larson. According to Fox, he had a 1.9 second, and Byron just got clobbered by Custer. And Byron's got the lead. Hell, he won the race off pit road. He did 2 tires. Elliott 2 tires. Cindric 2. I told you 2's the way to go here. Get me up front for the start of this stage. And hopefully, I doubt it, but hopefully this race goes green, and when we do green flag stops, I'll take 4. So this was the best time to do 2 tires. So good on Byron and Elliott and Cindric and those teams. Although Byron, they might... I think it was mostly on the front end, so the toe of the 24 should be fine. I guess we'll find out. I am thirsty.
First 3 on 2. Yeah, copy.
Brother, when you drink sweet tea for the first time in a while, and you haven't been drinking sweet tea, that shit hits you like a fucking train. Holy hell. That's all we have to drink right now. All right, who am I going to ride along with here? I think I'm going to switch up cameras. I'm going to go with Cindric. Going to Cindric's on board.
Cindric stage 2, but then afterwards he finished stage 1. He finished 20th in stage 2. Lap 88, Chase Briscoe spins. He came in with the best average finish at Texas. And then Josh Berry.
This was crazy to see this. I've never seen a leader spin out like this. Got a little bit of dirty air, got a little high
if Byron, what's Byron? Byron just said his steering wheel's off to the left, so he's going to plummet here, I figure. I was going to say, if he got hit that hard in the old race car, his race might have been over. But now he's saying the steering's off. That is unfortunate. I'm on Cindric's on board because he's about to go back to back. Nah, I think this might be Chase Elliott's day because Byron, like I said, Byron ain't got no fucking prayer here. His steering's fucked up. He's getting a push from Cindric here. Push him off in the corner and, well, Cindric is clear of Elliott for second. And about 3 cars hit the wall, and there goes Bubba. About 3 cars hit. Oh, this is a big wreck. Ooh. It's not over yet. Oh, my God. They're still wrecking. Poor Chad Fincham got a piece of it. This wreck went on for so fucking long. About 3 cars come off turn 2 and all bounced off the wall, and Bubba couldn't save it and cut back across somebody, and off they went. 3 cars come off the corner and bounced off the wall just a little bit. That wreck seemed like it was never going to end. That wreck started off of turn 2 and did not end until halfway through 3 and 4. That is why I wanted 2 tires to be at the front for the start of this stage. Bubba's done. That fucking shit's destroyed. Bad on the left front, bad on the right rear bumper. Logano forced the issue on him here. Hey, he got Logano'd. Joey Logano pretty much wrecked him. And then Allmendinger almost ramped off of Noah's car. Logano kind of just drove straight through Bubba there and put him up in the wall, and then Bubba came back down. Yeah, at least nobody flipped. There was a couple of cars I thought might flip in that wreck. Bubba was the first one. And then AJ got a little bit of air. That didn't feel good, I bet. Goddamn, Joey just stayed on him, just through the whole fucking exit of the corner. That was pretty different from Denny and Bell. Denny and Bell weren't even at speed yet, and they were locked bumpers, and somehow, I don't know how Bell got wrecked that day. This was just Joey just running on somebody's fucking quarter panel, not realizing that, hey, eventually the racetrack ends and there's a wall. You want to go out, Paige? Here, Paige. I'll open the window. Ugh. Paige. Well, you was acting like you wanted to go out. They're gaslighting Joey, saying, "Yeah, Bubba came down on you, man. You're all good." It's like, actually, you pushed and pushed and pushed and run him all the way to the outside wall, and then he bounced off the wall and then came down. So that's actually what happened. But they're gaslighting Joey on the radio. They're showing the replay of the Kansas finish from last year. I can't believe it was like Busher won, and then it's like, well, actually.
See what happens this year next Sunday at 1:30 Eastern. For pre-race, the green flag at 3 here on NBC.
This race car, ever since we went to this Gen 7 car, it has been on point at Kansas Speedway.
Well, that was about as dramatic as you can make a finish right there with the way the bells went down. Pretty exciting to watch.
All right, so Bubba Wallace around collecting
Bowman's out of the race.
and A.J. Allmendinger up into Noah Gregson
They're towing him out of the pit box right now.
was right at the front of it, and then Chad Fincham arrived late to the party and was involved as well.
Took several good cars out of our race right there. Alex Bowman, Louis Logano, Bubba Wallace, all battling in the
A.J. Allmendinger's taken his car back to the garage for repair. Bowman is hauled back to the garage, and so has Fincham's car. Now Regan has caught up with Josh Berry. 126. Regan.
Unfortunately, Josh Berry out of the race car as they continue repairs on it right now. Josh, looked like maybe across those bumps, did it just get upset on you?
And now his car is absolutely worthless. Psst.
Miles and the 021 team, they did a great job. The car was really, really good. And yeah, I was kind of, working the lanes in 3 and 4. Like, I felt like if I crossed those, obviously we caught the back traffic. We went around the outside of the 62, I think, and it felt pretty comfortable. And then I caught the 51 and just hit the bump and got loose and spun out. So, obviously disappointing, but, I found in these cars, if you're going to be fast, it's going to be uncomfortable. I'm not really sure what I do.
Leader of the 24. It'll be
You guys are still working on the race car. Are you going to try and get back out? Yeah, they're working on it. It's a little kind of learning this whole new DVP policy, but yeah, they got working on it some. We'll see what they come up with, but y'all know, just hate it for
Jesse Love's 24th. He's getting better and better as the race goes on. And also, cars falling out helps. Well, Bubba's still running with a destroyed car.
Denny Hamlin's streak of 21 straight lead lap finishes.
Leader 24 is the bottom.
Blew an engine at lap 75 and was the first car out of the race.
It'll do 45, 77.
Streak of 7 straight top 10s.
Damn, Bowman had 7 straight top 10s on mile and a half. And now it's over.
Here's a look from our
Where there is chaos, there is opportunity.
celebrating 100 years of an American icon, the Goodyear blimp. 30 lead lap cars with Chris Buescher now getting the free pass, now being eligible this time. He was under penalty on the last caution flag, not eligible for the waiver round.
He's done it again, guys.
You're right.
I mean,
So
all the way
5, 12,
to
4.
24, got clear back to 29, 21st, 7. That's it. He said that car's not handled. The closer he gets to the front, Kevin, more ticket.
I'm curious about Byron. Remember, he said his steering wheel's off since he got hit on pit road, but he launched and looked like he was going to drive away before that wreck happened. Maybe clean air is the one thing that can save him.
Driver who really made out on that caution flag was Chase Elliott, because had he taken 4 tires, not 2,
Here we go.
he might have
Firing
been
off
right
Byron.
back there in the eye of the storm.
Green and green. 89 to go.
To go.
This is very similar to what happened
Ooh, and Chase Elliott's going to take the lead here. Byron didn't get away from him this time. And now I think you're going to see the difference in the handling. Damn, Byron's going to hold him off again, and Chase is way out of the groove. Oh, hang on, Chase. Chase got a little out of the groove there. I thought he was breaking down. I thought he had a problem. All-time choke job by Chase Elliott. There goes his chance to probably win this race. That gives it back to Cindric, Larson, and Reddick. Bubba slowed down the front stretch. This is really scary. Ooh. And Chase Elliott's just dropping like a rock. That's crazy. I thought he might have a chance to win this race. Ty Dillon's 12th. We keep looking up every week and seeing Ty Dillon overachieving. He's 12th right now. Bubba safely made it to pit road. We're happy to report. Byron with busted steering has clean air and is leading. Do you see a problem here? Blaney 3 wide on Hocevar and Reddick through the middle. Holy shit. Blaney's 5th. Byron's leading, but he is not pulling away. Cindric is gapping Larson. You want to see back-to-back Austin Cindric wins? Chase Elliott's 12th and still fading. 13th now. Byron's starting to back up to these guys. And Blaney's coming. Blaney is the Tyler Reddick of this run. Faster in traffic than Byron is in clean air, by the way. That's a lot. And Cindric's going for the lead. Oh, Larson went to make a move on Cindric. Hell, fucking Byron's going to get Larson around Cindric. He took Cindric's air away from him, and Larson went to the outside on him. You can't let Larson pass you. And here comes Ty Gibbs. We all know whoever's in second is going to pass William Byron. He's too slow, and his handling's too bad. So it was a race to get into second. It's a race Larson's going to win. He's second now, and here comes Ty Gibbs. And oh yeah, here comes Blaney. Cindric lost 3 spots because Byron took his air away from him at one end of the racetrack. Good grief. And Larson's going for the lead. Come on, Ty Gibbs and Ryan Blaney. And Larson is the leader with 78 to go, coming to 77 to go. Look at this top 10 on top of each other, but unfortunately Larson's already got clear. Hell, I'm going to go to Blaney's camera now. Cindric just dropped a bunch of spots, so I'm switching to Blaney. It's going to be Larson, Gibbs, then Blaney. Yeah, Larson should have been in the truck race. He's kind of got bad luck in trucks. The top 3 both ran 29. They all 3 ran 29 twos. Larson's running high through 2 and leaving the bottom open. They just told Blaney he's the fastest car on the track. They didn't tell him it was by like 1/100th of a second, though. Whoa, Blaney's fast. He just pulled up. He's blowing by Ty Gibbs down the backstretch. That was crazy how much he closed in on him that lap. Now, can he go get Larson? Oh, yeah, and Tyler Reddick's 4th. Okay, Blaney was a lot faster that lap. I told y'all at the start of the day I wanted to bet on Blaney, but I decided not to. Best thing for him. Ty Dillon is 10th. William Byron's pitting. The fuel window's open, but
That should have been something he could have addressed under the caution flag, but why give up the front row if you're going to restart there? So here he is.
Well, they've got what they've got now, and they've made their bed. They just need to change the tires, make an adjustment to what they have because they don't have time to fix that damage.
Window, Larry? Yeah, they got into the fuel window. Rudy Hugo.
you can make it from here.
Get to the fuel window. They can make it to the end from here, but they need these green flags stopped to cycle through.
Well, that certainly makes sense as a strategy rather than stopping under the caution to fix something when you have the choice of restarting.
And there's just no way they're going to do anything to that splitter or anything that's up there. So you might as well adjust to what the handling is of that car and try to make the most of it on this last run.
And they have wins in the bank. All right, so don't need to gamble, do you?
No. Well, you can't.
Well, then, yeah.
Ty Dillon in a dogfight for 10th.
And just try to play
Eric Jones has passed him.
to get the best finish.
Here comes Kyle Busch.
The outside of Brad Keselowski going after Ty Dillon.
Kyle's quietly having a good day.
40 this week. Young to run a cup race. NASCAR wouldn't let him until he turned 18. Changed the rules just for that purpose. And here he is. Now this weekend, his son passed him in Irish Speed during the last lap pass. It was an awesome move. The kind his dad probably would have, could have made. But to win the race, and I'm sure that's put the biggest smile on Kyle Busch's face this week as anything else that's happened.
Well, right now, the smart
Kyle Busch is 11th.
is passing those three
3
cars in 2 laps.
cars and 2 laps for Kyle.
But Eric Jones is too. Had that speeding penalty, and there he is right behind him, marching back up through the field. There's Braxton. Let's go. He's a spit Mary McGinnis father. Eric Jones right behind Kyle Busch and moving up in the same fashion. Couple car lengths behind Busch.
Eric's been really consistent all day. He's been right around that top end of the top 10 right there. So solid day for Eric Jones.
Jones has continued that great Racing to Read program that he's done at elementary schools now across the country. Well done. 63 laps to go. One more pit stop to come. Kyle Larson leading Brian Blaney.
Larson and Blaney in a league of their own. Blaney a 10th quicker here and there, but that is not going to be enough. It's going to be about who cycles through after pit stops. Who has the better pit sequence. And is short pitting enough to get you in front of him. But with Blaney's luck this year, I bet they're afraid to short pit. Because as soon as he pits and goes a lap down, the caution will come out. Boy, that was a good lap for Blaney. That's as close as he's been.
He's pulling the bottom 10 up again. 5 up now. Heading into the 3 again. To go, 5-9.
Kyle Busch is passing for 10th. Yep. For all I know, Kyle Busch might be the best car on track right now. He looks like it. Picking him up and putting him down. He's 10th. He's definitely going to get to 9th because Gilliland's the next car. They keep telling Blaney, your fastest car on track. If I'm Blaney, I'm like, good. When's that going to pay off for me? I keep getting to within 2 tenths and dropping back to 4 tenths. I'd like to get green flag stops to get 4 fresh tires. And if I have to pit again later, do 2.
What happens on pit road right here? Because right now, if the flag marshal loses that track position to the top, this race is, if it goes green, it's probably over.
Josh Berry's back on track. I just saw him on Blaney's onboard coming off of pit road. Could be a caution waiting to happen. Blaney caught a lap car at a bad spot on the exit of 4. That's not going to help. Some cars starting to pit. Cindric's pitting. And that was Custer, who just pitted. He's on fresh tires, and that's why he passed Blaney. Blaney, I would pit like nowish. Blaney's losing touch with Larson because he's got this lap car between them. Reddick's coming. You need to pit before Reddick gets to you. Yeah, Larson has changed his approach here with Custer, the lap car, being faster. Hosevar's pitting. He was in the top 10. It's where they're lapping Briscoe every 5 laps. There's 2 tires for Hosevar. Oh, Jesse Love just wrecked off turn 2. Caution's out. Yeah, whoever pitted, William Byron, Austin Cindric, and Hosevar, they're fucked now. I guess it's good Blaney didn't pit like I was telling him to. I told you if he did, it would happen. They know. They know shit. Blaney's luck is no good. It's good they didn't pit. Joey Logano's fourth and Kyle Busch is fifth for what that's worth.
So there are 8 drivers now 1 lap down, most of whom had just made pit stops. And since we didn't,
Everybody that just pitted fucked.
they'll have to stay out and all the lead lap cars stop.
Hocevar, Cindric, Byron.
Ginsburg just got loose up off of 2, come around. And that's the experience that he needs. I know that this is an untimely caution and they'll wind up in the fence, but Jesse loves your barn, right? Like he has to understand what these cars are all about, where that edge is, and he'll know that feeling and before that happens next time.
Looks like with 2 flat rear tires, they'll have to hook that one up and haul him to the garage.
What do you stop?
Could be where they'll get the free pass.
He wrecked.
He has not got a Kyle Larson.
It's time for the money stop. Two tires. Two tires. Two tires. Two tires. I want to see a lot of two tire stops here.
He is a lap down because of making that pit stop under green.
Well, it was right on the verge of Ryan Preece leading this race right here. And if you go back and really pay attention to the things that just happened in this race, that could be a key moment. That could have been a moment that really turned Ryan Preece's confidence and leader of the race. And Kyle Larson and those guys realized that, and they slowed down, but they didn't slow down as you would.
Just see a mixed bag of strategy.
Two tires. Two tires.
Check your left rear with the 45 on it. 5's way past us.
Kyle Larson.
Second gear.
Two tires. Blaney's taking four. Four for Blaney. Four for Reddick. Four for Larson. Anybody going to have the balls? Doesn't look like it. Nobody did two. Well, I think McDowell did, but he's going to come out second. Larson, McDowell, Blaney, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano. And yeah, McDowell's the only one who did two. Zane Smith did two, but only got him up to eighth. That's a good break for Larson and Blaney, honestly, that not more took two tires. Good call. First car on four tires is going to win it because it's Kyle Larson.
45 to go. 45.
Red Dente. hear my damn cat snoring under the bed in the silence. Oh yeah, Chase Elliott's one of them wave around cars too.
Well, we gave you the predictive on the pit stops, and here is the way it sorts out. About 9 tenths of a second difference between the driver, his time, yellow line to yellow line on pit road, and the time limit set.
It's been the story for Team Penske all year on pit road, getting beat in every category.
Now, on this restart, the question mark's going to be Michael McDowell in second spot. He gained 15 spots by taking on just 2 tires, and we've seen that work okay over the long run.
It's all that's going to do is make it easier for Larson to get out front. That's all that's going to do.
It's time to gamble. Allow luck to operate. Give it a chance anyhow. Well, as we've heard so many times from Larry, Travis Peterson, he's not scared to take a chance.
Larson inside, McDowell outside. I think Blaney should go inside here. Kyle Busch goes outside. I'd do anything for this to end up in a Kyle Busch win, but
I like McDowell choosing the outside because all of those cars that got 4 fresh tires, if you got only 2, you have more room to escape on the outside than if you're down low.
That's right. And you see that car right. We think Mike McDowell's car is going to push. It's not going to go through turns 1 and 2 like all these guys on 4 tires. But you see that car right behind him.
Mindful of the grass and the double dog
Great
right
pit
there.
stop right there. Sub 10-second pit stop there to put them out in 4th position and give themselves a shot to win this race.
Busch with several new players up there in the top 10 as we get ready for
this race really worked out. Kyle Busch was hauling ass, and then a couple cars in front of him pitted and got caught a lap down, and here he is, 4th place. Kyle Busch drove into the top 10 before all that.
Jones is back in the game. Zane Smith, Keselowski, Bell. And this is when it gets wild. Yes, sir.
42 to go.
2 to go when they come to the line for the restart. 10 different leaders, 14 lead changes today so far.
Good restart for Larson. Good restart for McDowell, honestly. Kyle Busch is the one that really didn't get it going there. And there's going to be a wreck further back. Nope, they made it through. Oh, Seabell out of the groove. Good save. And McDowell being in second is definitely guaranteeing Larson a win. Damn, Kyle Busch got clear of Blaney and just aggressively cut him off. Reddick making one last push. Got to get there before it's too late. I hate it for Blaney, but he's not going to win this race. I told you McDowell being up here only makes it easier for Larson to win because McDowell didn't get the lead on pit road. He only got the second. If he could have got the lead and got out in front of Larson and held him up, that would have given other guys a chance. Didn't work out, though. Joey going to wreck another 2311 car today?
Reddick around the outside for 5th place.
Spire cars are fast this week. Not good enough to win, but fast enough to be in the top 5. That's where they both qualified. Oh, Kyle Busch just wrecked. He hit the fucking bump in 4 and wrecked. God damn it. Kyle was pushing hard and he wrecked. Oh, look out, Ricky. Almost took Ricky with him.
Ricky Stenhouse, who fired off 14th on that restart. Kyle Busch slide through the ball field between pit road and the front straightaway.
Yeah, that car.
I hate to say it, but every time now he gets close to
Right sides on it, guys. Go ahead and get right sides on it.
he's driving way too hard for the piece of shit car he's got.
About the same vicinity as that bump, Kevin. Front spoiler looks fine. Don't see any other damage, but what happened here?
I didn't want to say anything, but I was thinking in the back of my mind that every time Kyle Busch gets in this position now, he wrecks. And I was like, that turn 4 is so bad with that bump over there. If you hit it wrong and the car bottoms out, you're a goner. Almost took Stenhouse with him. Wish he would have. That would have made him happy. Consolation prize. Damn. That happens every time with Kyle now. My goat is washed. The goat is washed. I think Kyle Busch is officially fucking cooked. Just this happens every time he gets close to the front now. Especially late in the race.
Man, he was close, but Stenhouse almost clipped him when he came back across the racetrack.
Brush the wall with the right rear corner.
Watch this.
Officially washed.
Yikes. That's what put the 47 in the grass.
Good job for Ricky. Avoided a big one right there.
Ooh, oh, got a little air too. Right.
That sucks.
This team is just so close.
Kyle Busch is washed.
Trying. Everybody's digging.
The damage probably ain't bad, but I guarantee the underbody of that car is fucking killed.
As long as they'll have their day.
They had the speed. They had the speed today. Made the pit stop. Put themselves in position.
Kyle Busch is now, I said he turned 40. Okay, we talked about that, which makes him one of the old, bold drivers in the sport because he harkens back to a time when a good driver could carry a car that wasn't quite as good as it needed to be on a given day. With this Gen 7 car, are those days gone forever? Or can a good driver carry
Mike Joy's bringing up a good point.
I think the good driver still can carry a car to, a certain point.
Ask Harvick. He would know. He carried Stuart Haas to top 10 after top 10 the last 2 years he was fucking driving. So Harvick would know.
Truck or an Xfinity. The reason he won so many of those is he crew shifted from the car. That
That's
guy
the biggest
knew
difference.
exactly what setup he was looking for and how that car was.
Mike Joy was asking Harvick. He said, with this Gen 7 car and how close everything is, are the days of a good driver carrying a bad car truly over? And Harvick said, I think he can still carry it some. And I'm like, I agree, because Stuart Haas, Harvick was still a top 10 guy very consistently.
That moves the needle forward. The driver has such a big part in that role of being able to say, okay, this is good, this is bad, let's go here, let's go there, and helping with the crew chief and engineer guide that.
Now, this caution is a big break for William Byron because now they get a chance to reset that front end, something they did not have time to do on their last stop.
All about that splitter, isn't it?
It really is, and we covered it from the very beginning, with the shape of that, the front of that splitter and the damage and everything, definitely wasn't going to help it.
We're going to give Ricky Stenhouse an attaboy, and he's going to be our
Lordy, lordy.
big move of the race, sponsored by Pods.
Pods.
Sometimes it's a move to take the lead, sometimes it's a move to not be part of somebody else's problem. Sharp move there by Stenhouse. Gets a little bounce and a little air as he goes through the ball field.
You talk about going through the ball field. Here comes the air, but got lucky with the grass. Saw it in the trucks race and the Xfinity race. That grass really swallowed him up, tore the front end of these cars up. Look at that. Dukes of Hazzard, baby.
Yeah, well, there's not much travel in that suspension.
How close was it? Have a look from his car.
He had it loaded up pretty good. Saw
He gassed it up.
Well, he had to. Coming right down in front of him.
And that is our Pods big move of the race. So consider our top 7 drivers
Kyle Busch has been suspended for an attempted right rear hook on the 47.
He pitted out of the box. Ryan Blaney is third in bad for speeding. Eric Jones is sixth, speeding. John Hunter Nemechek, seventh, speeding. See a pattern here?
There is a pattern, and really when you look down, from fifth, sixth, seventh on back, you see a lot of guys that we haven't seen up front. You see Zane Smith in eighth. You see Daniel Suarez in ninth. Brad Keselowski in 10th. Stenhouse, who we just covered there, in 11th, and the list goes all the way down. Those are the guys that stayed out and didn't get themselves caught under the caution, got themselves a lot better track position, and all those guys that pitted are still behind them.
Much needed finishes for a lot of these guys. Heard you say Keselowski came right into mind. Need some points. We got to start gaining momentum somewhere. Nemechek, Jones, Smith, all those guys can get a good point stay out of this. Have to stay.
Well, I'm not sure how long it'll last, but I still remain quite impressed with Dowell's.
I think if these cars weren't so low to the ground, you might be able to hit that bump and not completely bust your ass. I don't know.
Kyle Larson has been was 22nd today. Michael McDowell
He attempted. He gassed it up when he saw the 47 coming. I saw it. He actually did, but not to do that. He was just trying to get it straight and drive it down pit road. I need Michael McDowell to get the restart of his life, but he ain't gonna.
green flag laps on his left side, Tyler. That's appeared to make everybody he's raced.
Keselowski's got a chance to keep his Texas top 10 streak going. Suarez is 9th, Zane Smith 8th, Nemechek 7th. Legacy Motor Club 6th and 7th. Or as I have sarcastically called them, the Ruin Your Legacy Club. Well, Larson smoked him on that restart. Race over. Is that Ron Hornaday or Ricky Stenhouse back there? I can't tell. Yeah, that's a wrap. Blaney's going to be side by side with the 71 down the back. Look how low Blaney's running to not catch any side draft off the 71. Well, the good news is Blaney got through to second, but we saw in that previous run he couldn't pass Larson. Who's going to be next to bust their ass off turn 4? Because somebody probably will. Nemechek just had a moment. Suarez and Zane Smith blocking like fucking assholes. Logano's really giving Reddick a hard time here. Preserving a third place run for McDowell for the moment. Nope, Joey couldn't hold him back. Oh, we got a wreck off of 2. Hosts of our Cody Ware and Ryan Preece have all wrecked. And a couple of them pretty damn hard. Preece is fucked. Well, look at the yaw in the 77 car now. I don't think that's good for your aero. Look at that fucking car. Uh-oh, it's turning into an Xfinity race. We're all wrecking for 30th. Look at the 60 and the 77 coming down pit road. That is the greatest image I've ever seen. How the hell is that car going to get turned into its pit box? He can't get it turned. Oh. Actually, that was pretty good pit entry for a car that's turning all the way to the right. All right, what happened? Can't catch a break. Well, it looks like he kind of caused the wreck. Car high. Well, Preece will have to win to make the playoffs now after the Talladega penalty and this horse shit. had a lane.
time to wait on field there, which gained us a lot. I wish we had one restart to go because we settled in behind the five. We had a run with a pass for the lead. Start up third here. I think we'll have another shot at it. So I believe you can do it. We needed track position. We unfortunately lost it earlier, but now we got it back again. So I believe Mike will execute right here.
All right, let's keep our eyes on the 71, Mike.
All right, thank you. He's had a great day so far.
What do you think about that optimism?
Love it.
Like a crew chief that Max is driving right. The problem is those two cars in front of him have been the fastest cars.
Yeah, Michael talked about pre-race finishing 11th to 13th, and this will be a huge improvement for them.
Oh boy.
Cautions today so far.
I think that latter two words you just said were very important.
2074 line.
That would be them.
Well, 28 laps to go.
Your eyes open for everything here.
Plenty of opportunity.
They were telling Blaney to keep his eyes open on the backstretch for debris because it was messy over there.
This place is just treacherous. Just a really difficult place, really to drive, and really edgy for the drivers to know when the car is going to step out. You see a guy like Kyle Larson have that, or Kyle Busch have that car step out and spin out. Josh Berry leading the race, spin out. It's
Jerry's
just
right on much speed here.
right on edge. It's so fast.
The hold up right now.
And everybody coming in here thought turn 2 was Calamity Corner, to use Chris Economac's term, but it's been turn 4 where a lot of these incidents have happened today.
Oh, they've been trading off and on.
Yeah, they're taking turns.
Let's have a look at Fox around the turn. The Indy cars will race on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox.
Yeah, like I watch IndyCar race this week if I wanted to because there ain't no Xfinity race this weekend.
30, the race at 3 o'clock Eastern on FS1. And on Sunday, May 18th, the NHRA is back in action from Chicago, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Chicago.
Still 27 to go here, and 26 cars on the lead lap. Let's have a look at today.
A lot has happened today. It's been one of those races.
Lap 75 blew up. That was after the first caution of lap 21. Josh Berry spun from the lead at lap 126. Then Chris Buescher hit the wall, cut down a tire, limped around the racetrack, but debris put out the caution. Then Bubba Wallace gets him turned around, and 6 cars pile up. At lap 173. And then Kyle Busch at lap 229 spins on turn number 4. That was caution warning number 9. Currently working the 10th one. At lap 237, Carson Hocevar into Ryan Preece, and Cody Ware also involved. 30 cars, that'll make that 28 cars on the racetrack, with Preece and Ware having gone underground.
Still have no pit road's going to be a little bit.
The month of May, what are we, 4 days in? He's raced 3 of them.
Yeah. Well, he raced twice yesterday.
Subbing for Connor Zillage, who's back in his
The 45 on the outside section
and then
rail.
went right off the backstretch to the dirt track here.
So it'll be a little bit shallower that way.
Yeah, they were hosting a, all right, let me deal, hosting a 3-race weekend here, big weekend for them. Old dirt track's been there a long time. Been on a lot of good memories together.
Yeah, I
Old
just
track
don't
had
think
to have been heavy with all
got
this
the
rain that
grass.
they've had in this area. You know them babies
they're
are
wanting you
flying.
to run up there.
He just reminds me so much of the drivers of the anything, anytime, racing to win. And they look
But by the numbers, I think your instinct is right. Just telling you, I think for this scenario, how it'll line up.
Just always just so chill. His demeanor
Pit
is,
road's open, and
you cannot make this kid mad. I've seen him mad like once in my life.
And the other thing is, he raced.
He's pretty mad at Pocono when Hamlin walled him.
He's flipped upside down or whatever it is. I mean, he just is in so many scenarios that he can adapt and adjust. And you see him right here taking the lead in the Xfinity race yesterday and driving off into the sunset.
Sam Mayer on that restart and drove off into the Texas sunset. Looking to do the same today.
Well, this restart right here, Ryan Blaney hasn't been able to get a very good start on the last couple starts, and now he's going to have an opportunity to be
Blaney's going to get to start on the front row this time.
fire off well. He can get himself in a position to side draft and try to defend himself from being beat through the middle of turns 1 and 2 to have a chance down the back straightaway. So we got to get off. We got to get out of the restart blocks better.
Larson is widening his gap for wins in the next gen era. He's going for his 16th next gen car win. That'd give him 4 more than William Byron, his teammate. And don't forget, Chase Elliott's won like 7 or 8 himself
25 laps to go, closing in on the end of this race.
in the next gen car.
We almost, no matter where we're at here, everybody around there is going to be
Get yourself a
going
good
out
jump.
here. So
Alex Bowman, Jesse Love,
you got here?
released at the infield care center. I believe you have to get in position and then almost before turn 1, Kevin, where you can crowd and take his exit way in 2. Starting on that outside, very challenging.
choosing right here.
Blaney goes to the bottom with Larson.
Well, did that surprise you?
That kind of surprised me a little bit.
So much for everything we just said.
I thought Blaney would pick the front row. Reddick went outside. If he can shuffle McDowell out of the way, he might be dangerous here.
5, everything we're going to start your bottom. Don't get suckered down to the grass. Take care of your middle as well. Shoot a good one here.
Thank God they shortened this race to 400 miles, is all I can say.
A lot of the guys just have their car number. I think back to Suarez and SVG a few weeks ago when they pulled into each other's pits.
Why'd you choose the happy face?
Keep them really clean.
They called me
all the
happy
way down,
because
all
I
the way
was
to
always
it
so
here.
happy.
Always do a job to get to 3.
I was always confused on that
23
as
to
well.
go.
It was really that was part of my fan club from the beginning. And that's been my pit sign for as long as I've raced. Didn't want to be just a number.
All right, it'll be 23 laps to go when we restart. And
What's Ricky Stenhouse's pit sign? A swastika?
Off the 5.
22 laps to go. Not much green flag racing since.
They were talking about Harvick's pit sign being the smiley face. Stenhouse uses a swastika. McDowell got a really good restart there. Don't tell me McDowell's going to clear his ass. Oh my God! McDowell cleared Larson for the lead. He got a better restart, and Reddick pushed him, and now McDowell's leading. And now Reddick's on the outside of Larson. Reddick's passing Larson. What the fuck happened to Larson? He just completely blew it. And now he's just getting defensive. He had to throw a block on Blaney there. Larson's going to be the next Kyle Busch. He just walled Reddick. Oh, Reddick kept it out of the wall. Oh, my God. 22 to go, and Michael McDowell's driving away. And Larson's just driving like a fucking maniac all of a sudden because he blew it. I don't know how he blew it. That's what they get for talking up Larson the way they were. Is there something wrong with his car? And all he did was hurt himself and screw Reddick's race up as well. And give it to McDowell. If McDowell can hold off Blaney. I don't know what the hell happened there. McDowell beat him on the restart, but the push from Reddick got him clear, and then Larson just lost his mind. Reddick, don't cut Larson any breaks. He damn sure didn't cut you one. Larson's dead loose in turn 1. Why'd they cut away? Oh, we got a wreck on the back. Custer, Cindric, Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. Good fucking God, dude. Fucking McDowell was probably about to win this race before that happened. Now I'm pretty sure Blaney's going to win. All this for a Joey Logano win. I should have bet on Blaney like I wanted to. Oh, good God. Michael McDowell was on one there. All the little Larson fans are going to be saying McDowell jumped it or something.
Larson, who is now fifth. Brad Keselowski's race comes to an end. Struggles continue.
I hate to say it, but this race has actually been good.
It's been a tough year for Brad up until this point.
He and Kyle Busch both.
He's obviously right here, but those two cars in front of him, he's kind of out of the groove.
very exciting.
Gets up, that car is just light
This
on
is
the
going to
street,
make a
coming right
lot
out
of
from
people
underneath.
happy.
It came out from underneath him, but those cars side by side,
Breaking
it
news.
seems like they were.
Is that a good bit? Do you like the breaking news bit? Anyway, Jeremy has informed me this Wednesday, May 7th, at 6 p.m. Central, we got a repo lobby with myself, Jeremy, Matt, Jeff, Gavin, and possibly Jimmy Doki.
You see Gibbs just barely squeaked by him in the wall.
That's been great.
Austin Dillon on the inside.
Here comes Custer sliding in and Bush.
What a shit show.
He's been all over the place.
Brad Keselowski just sitting in his car looking depressed.
We're watching Busher drive right through it and avoid everything.
We're downshifting.
Yes.
Well, he's done a good job of downshifting. He's made some ground.
Once again, we're wrecking for 50th.
So from the last crash, Ryan
This goddamn race ain't never going to end. I'd like to watch The Walking Dead before I watch The Last of Us.
still in the race, but 3 laps down.
They're both open off the
With Keselowski sideways clogging the
The fucking ARCA race that broke out behind that was very interesting. The Keselowski wreck was one thing, and then an ARCA race happened behind him.
stop here.
Oh, Kyle Busch, when it rains, it pours.
Ware, Bush, and Cedric.
Well,
Kyle Larson on that restart. Let's listen to
Larson's going to say McDowell jumped it, right? Oh, no, he just said he blew it. He blew it, and Reddick gave McDowell a great push.
I think the second
probably gotta take the front row.
most important thing, he got the push from Reddick. Larson had zero help behind him.
This has been a good race.
Restarts, I've noticed it several times.
Next gen on mile and a half, even at Texas. It's fine.
Because of that, Reddick had
I still don't know what the fuck Larson did there, but
Blaney being second, I just would rather fire off and take my chances on the front row with some anticipation. And
yeah, I'd rather just get to the restart box and fucking haul ass, but you want to play games.
cars and Kyle Busch as Keselowski stops as well. Here with 18 laps to go.
Coming outside here, 5 back. Stay low. Here you go. All good.
well, it would be interesting to hear what Ryan Blaney and those guys are talking about. Clint and I were
This is
just
going to be the longest 400-mile race in history. Look at that fucking progress bar at the top of the screen.
consistent as we've gone through the day.
can't figure out whether he's spinning the tires.
Shout out to the one guy who had the balls to take 2 tires for getting the lead and having a chance to win. If that caution didn't come out, I'm like 90% sure McDowell wins the race.
Rate today is 89%. Here is Ryan Blaney's race. We'll get back to that in a moment. Blaney fired off 24th, just outside the 20 mark at the end of stage 1 and top 10 end of stage 2. It's been all forward. Now, McDowell, when I say 89%, his rate at holding position and not losing spots, 89% like 8 out of 9. Jamie.
Well, when I interviewed his crew chief, Travis Peterson, you guys commented on how positive he was. Well, he's keeping that up. This was just moments ago.
Alright, reset, log back in here. Really good job. I got enough of you up front. Let's go. Log in. Deep breath. Back at you.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I thought he was in trouble. They were talking about all this optimism and the excitement of the win here, and I looked up to see Blaney and Larson that have been 2 of the fastest cars on the racetrack in front of him. Thought, no way he's going to be able to have this opportunity. Blaney takes the bottom, opens that outside up, right to the lead we go.
Michael McDowell is in it to win it. Rigo.
Well, guys, just something to think about on this 12 car Brian Blaney. Also, as we're watching him take the bottom there, he has been very, very loose most of the day today and struggling over the bumps, so much so that he said the bumps in 1 and 2 are almost shaking the car out from underneath him. I've got to wonder if maybe that looseness that he had been fighting, even though they've finally gotten it tightened up some right now, is maybe what's keeping him from picking that top lane.
Well, very, very possible. I mean, when your car is that edgy on the top side of this racetrack, and you know that bump in turn 4 is there, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you might, you know, you're on edge and might push it over the edge.
Yeah, and Regan, that is a great point, because once things get going, once things sorted out, who's been the best at passing cars today? Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick. So you don't have to take chances on the restart if you're confident that once things get rolling, you can make those passes. But here we go.
Here we go. He chose the outside right here, and I like this choice. I think he's against a car that is...
This time Blaney put it outside front row
When he was battling up there,
with Larson behind. All this for a Joey Logano.
you got to roll the dice and go for the win.
Larry, are we too late for trims?
Absolutely not. It's Texas and it's late in the race. The last 3 races here with the Gen 7 the last 3 years. Average of the last caution, about 7 laps from now.
The average caution with the next gen car at Texas is 9 to go, and we had overtime here last year. We had 2 overtimes in the Xfinity race yesterday.
In the second row, since got wiped out in tech, he's still looking for his first top 5.
Yeah, don't count him out. We've seen him win some of these races.
How the fuck is Riley Herbst like 13th? This running order don't make any sense with all the wrecks that keep happening in the back half of the field. Stenhouse caught air a little while ago, and he's 8th. All right, McDowell, I need you to do that again. Hell yeah. Blaney got a pretty good one too, though. McDowell's not going to be clear going to turn 1. I think Blaney's going to win it, guys. Yeah. They're drag racing down the back. McDowell and Blaney. Logano and Larson are 2 by 2 behind them. Oh, my God, McDowell's crowding him. Well, Blaney's crowding him. Oh, man. Come on, McDowell. Don't let Blaney win so I can regret the money I could have won today. Oh! Reddick just made a great save. And they threw a caution for that? You didn't need to throw a caution for that. I think McDowell's the leader. I hope so. I looked at Blaney's onboard when they said caution, and I saw McDowell's nose poking ahead. And they're saying McDowell's leader. I was right. I got Blaney's on board right now, and I looked back and saw when the caution come out. I know they go to score and lose, but Reddick had a nose in front of him for a pretty good stretch there at the end. And then he didn't even wreck, and they threw a caution. Goodness gracious. Yeah, they waited longer when Chris Buescher's entire tire carcass came off the fucking car and rolled onto the track in the middle of turn 4. Reddick gets a little sideways into turn 1, and they fucking throw it. Goddamn, Suarez just fucking wiped him out. Yeah, I mean, they were low. You could say Reddick run him out of room. What a save. I didn't need to be a caution. Get the fuck out of here with that. They threw the caution because you see him sideways and all that smoke, and you think he's going to fly back up in front of all those cars, but he kept it going. So I guess I can't be too mad about that being a caution, because it looked like he was going to slide back up in front of everybody. Kyle Busch will get a top 10 by the time this is over.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Look how close this is here. When that caution came out, those cars were side by side within a foot.
Oh my God. We have the fucking NASCAR race view shot to show you that McDowell had a nose on Blaney there. Reddick said, I don't know how, but I still have a race car, so I'll live. Oh, God.
Watching, you may have wondered, straighten it out, he saved it. Well, when that car is sideways,
I kind of see why they threw the caution. Sideways, going into turn one, that car is going to come back up and wipe somebody out, so they threw the caution. That, and he was like sixth in front of the whole field. That caution was justified. It just, at the end, it's like, well, they didn't need to throw that, but at the moment he was sideways, yeah.
here it is again.
I always err on the side to give him a second to save it, but if you do that, somebody's probably going to get hurt. See, unlike the Xfinity Series, Suarez knows I don't need to touch that grass down there, so I'm going to do everything I can to not hit that grass. You had idiots yesterday. Dude, the only one trick is during the front stretch, and then guess what? Here's an idea. Don't hit the fucking grass. You're a professional fucking race car driver. Don't hit the fucking grass. And look, they're showing highlights from this weekend. Good God. At least in Cup, they know to not hit the grass. They ought to put a little pavement there. No, just don't fucking hit the grass. Don't hit the fucking grass.
By the way, that gap at the last scoring loop was 1/1000th of a second. Unbelievable.
Good God.
Now here's Daniel Suarez version of what happened.
McDowell's getting a lot of practice with his late race restarts here. And McDowell winning at Texas. Remember the wreck at Texas? I'm surprised they ain't showing a replay of that. That 2008 qualifying wreck. Going like 205 into turn one and then snapping loose and then overcorrecting and hitting that outside wall. That little boy that nobody liked grew up to go on and win a race at Texas, possibly, if he can hold off Blaney and Logano here. Well, got to do it again, McDowell, and probably again after that and again after that. 10 to go. An even better restart for McDowell this time. No real push behind him, though. Blaney's got a push from Larson. Logano kind of sandbagged him, I think, to help Blaney. That's my prediction, my opinion. Blaney going a little wide off of two, but he's going to have a big run here, big run. Don't let him clear you, McDowell. Stay on that quarter panel. Don't let him clear you. Ooh, they touch. And McDowell just sends it in there, and Blaney's car just wiggled just enough, and McDowell's clear with the lead. And here comes Joey Logano for second. McDowell is nailing these restarts, and I hope that's the last one he has to nail, but I doubt it. Because we're about to have another wreck for 25th off of turn 2 here in a second. Logano second. Remember what I said at the start of the race that Logano and Blaney are going to be good enough to win this? Hi, just checking in again. I told you from the very start of the race that Logano and Blaney. This race is definitely not over. Fucking Kyle Larson sixth. Good God. The top 5 is checked out. We're running out of cars. I noticed the field is a lot smaller coming off of turn 2, so there's less cars to wreck back there. Maybe that'll be the advantage that McDowell needs to hang on and win this thing. Yes, and Harvick just pointed out something. All these restarts have equaled out the tires. It's equalized now, just about. I hope he's got enough to hang on here. Logano looks pretty strong right now. Spire is going to win a race with Michael McDowell, and Cora LaJoie never could. Ooh, Joey closed in a little bit that lap. I don't like it. He missed the bottom of 3 and 4, and Joey closed in a touch. Joey just looking for clean air and a run off a 2. He ran a little high, and that's going to work. That was good for Joey. It's going to be another one of them fantastic Texas finishes. Get up off your seats. Oh, 5 to go, and it looks like McDowell's getting tighter and tighter every lap in turn 4. He's just getting a little tighter every lap. The best we can hope for now is that when Logano catches him, McDowell fucks him over and holds him up, and Blaney gets back into this. Oh, boy. Joey's there. Joey's officially there. Hold this bottom, man. That was much better. Not great, but much better. That was a good lap. 4 to go. This is where we are happy that there's dirty air that cripples the second place car. Because I was like, man, Logano's getting close. And then he got really close and he lost a little bit. Oh, my God, this run out of 2. This is it. This is it. Run him down, McDowell. Run. Oh, Joey's just going to fucking turn and hit him, ain't he? No, that's it. McDowell choked. McDowell choked, and here comes Blaney. Well, that was an unfortunate choke job for Michael McDowell. I thought Logano was just going to hang a right and spin him out for running him down the apron like that. Oh, God. Come on, Blaney, get clear. There's still time. No, there's not. They're coming to 2 to go. Oh, and McDowell just Kyle Bushed it. Oh, that's a hard hit. Well. Oh, Lord in heaven. Oh, my God, dude. This race is crazy. Oh, my God. Son of a bitch. Oh, my God. They were coming to 2 to go. Is Texas the best race of the year? Question mark. Oh, Lord, I'm voting yes. Not for best of the year, but was it a good race? Yeah. How about the drive by Blaney? Just hammered it in there to get to the inside of McDowell through turn 3 the lap before. Ugh. Hey, Larson gained another spot back because McDowell wrecked. These hits are crazy, yeah. He hit outside and then swung back and hit the inside wall just as hard. Whew. Ryan Blaney, I need you right now to win this race that I didn't bet on, but I wanted to bet on you, but was too chicken. This has been a good race with or without Rex. Guys have been able to run each other down, and I know it takes a long time to pass, but Joey had to run him down and pass him. McDowell had to beat Kyle Larson, who had the best car. At least you're able to see here the drivers are overcoming big disadvantages, but McDowell just couldn't hang on. Right there, I thought Joey would just hang a right and hit him in the left rear. I was like, that's kind of fair game. He pushed you to the inside wall. That looked like Earnhardt blocking Kyle Petty at the All-Star race. Oh, it's a Joey Logano kind of day, though, ain't it? I told y'all at the start of the race. You can scroll back up and see Karen's comment where it says, how dare you, don't say that Joey Logano can win this, because he was like 20th at the time. I was like, nah, man, he'll be a factor, I promise. He and Blaney were the two I liked that didn't qualify well. Well, Spires down to Justin Haley in 12th. Eight different winners in the last 8 Texas races. That's not a bad stat. Shout out to Kyle Busch on fuel mileage in 2020. You know, the race that lasted a fucking week because it wouldn't stop raining and being foggy at the end of 2020? That Texas race started on Sunday and didn't end till Wednesday evening.
And you talk about that top four, Clint. When you look at row two,
Seriously, a race started on Sunday, right? And then I had to work Monday and I couldn't miss work. And I said, well, I'm going to miss the goddamn race. And then it just kept raining. And I was like, well, I didn't miss the race.
Yeah, I just really hate it for everybody on this Fire Motorsports 71. Over at Live Chevrolet, yeah, we were giving it everything we had there. Trying
Not the hardest hit McDowell's ever had at Texas, but still pretty hard.
to walk it. I went as far as I think you could probably go. And then when Blaney slid up in front of me, just took the air off of it, and I lost the rest of it. So, I still had the fight in me. I probably should have conceded at that point, but I'm just proud of everybody's Fire Motorsports. Really proud of everybody there at Motorsports engine shops. You guys saw those restarts. Motors are ripping. So just hate we didn't get it done, but we knew we had to go for it. So we went for it. It didn't work out. We appreciate you.
Texas is so weird because everything about this racetrack frustrates me. But the races lately have wound up pretty crazy and entertaining. It's a shame the All-Star race here wasn't as good as this. Remember, they ran the All-Star race here with the same goddamn car. They haven't changed the 1.5-mile aero package since they brought the next gen. And we ran the All-Star race with the same goddamn cars, and it wasn't nearly as good as this. I'm here for Ross Chastain to steal the win now. We're pretty much guaranteed a new winner unless Larson somehow gets this back. A new winner for this season because you got Logano, Blaney, Chastain, Eric Jones, and Stenhouse who have not won. And Larson's in the middle of them, but... Oh my God, Joe Logano! He's wearing the wrong shirt today. It's AAA, man. There weren't, I don't think there was any green flag stops today. There were too many cautions for there to ever be green flag stops, which is kind of surprising. We got right to the point where a couple of guys were starting to pit, and then another caution come out. So we really didn't get true green flag stops today. All right, Blaney, get up on the wheel. Joey kind of spun the tires a little bit. And the field is really tight to each other. Joey's got this inside line. Oh, Joey's got it. Blaney's car just pushed too much there. And goddamn, here comes Chastain. Stenhouse to 4th. Oh, boy, that ain't going to end well, is it? Blaney's cussing about something. I just heard it on HBO Max. Blaney's cussing up a storm. I didn't hear what all he said. I just heard fucking, motherfucker, fucking. Get ready for the wreck off of 2 as Chastain closes in on Logano. Well, file this one under the category of told you so at the start of the race. I like it, Joey Logano back here. I know he's like 20th right now, but... And Joey Logano is playoff bound again. And Ross Chastain finished 2nd. Ryan Blaney 3rd. Well, I wouldn't have won any money, so I'm glad I kept my money in my pocket. Because I was going to bet on Blaney. Blaney calmed down. He just said, sorry, guys. He was cussing after that restart. When they got over on the backstretch, he was cussing like a motherfucker.
Just clicking them off one by one on the restarts. Very aggressive, and it paid off with all these cautions coming out late. How about Ricky Stenhouse?
Ty Dillon finished 12th. Ty Dillon was in a wreck and finished 12th. Austin Dillon finished 7th. That top 10 is something else. I know that much. Chastain, Eric Jones, Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, John Hunter, Nemechek, Daniel Suarez, Todd Gilliland, Ty Dillon. Oh, Joey. Well, yeah, if Logano fails inspection like he did last week, it'll go to Chastain. So Joey won Texas in 2014 in an overtime finish as well. That's the only other time he's won Texas. That race was on a Monday. It got rained out. I remember because it was the day of WrestleMania 30 and the race got rained out, and it was the following day. It was a good race that day. That was Joey Logano and Jeff Gordon racing hard for that win. Joey Logano, yay! Said no one ever. I can't hate on him. It ain't his fault that Kyle Larson fucking choked and McDowell choked as well. McDowell, Larson, and Blaney, all three choked. Logano didn't choke. It ain't his fault they couldn't finish it off. They all choked. Reddick choked as well. He was another one. Reddick, Larson, Blaney, and McDowell. All four of them could have won this race. They all four blew it. Joey didn't blow it. When he got the lead, he kept it. Bell and Nemechek are arguing. They've got a little history. They got pretty mad at each other in an Xfinity race before. You hear that guy? That guy said, "Fuck you, Joey." I'm waiting for Bell to swing on John Hunter because he just looks furious. I'm sure cooler heads will prevail. Defending series champion Joey Logano. Lol. Remember that time you almost won Fontana in the AAA car, but you choked and then broke Denny Hamlin's back and wrecked yourself? So AAA could have won a race before. I think this race gets between a 70 and an 80 on good. Somewhere between 70 and 80. No lower than 65. People are going to be butthurt that Joey won, but Kyle Larson choked and Blaney choked. McDowell choked and Reddick choked. The race was literally, and hell, go back to when Chase Elliott was restarting on the front row next to Byron, who had steering damage. Elliott had a chance to take control of this race. He blew it too. Joey Logano does not choke. I don't like him, but I'll give him that. He don't choke. You give him a chance, he wins. You give him anything, he takes it and he fucking runs with it. Riley Herbst wrecked and finished ahead of Chase. Kyle Busch bounced back to 20th. In all honesty, that's good for what happened. Mr. Ross Chastain. Plug that sponsor. That would have been a good race win diecast. Joey's being reckless on pit road again. Fine him, fine him, fine him. Take the win away. I don't think Ross is happy at Trackhouse anymore. He sees how the 24 to 5 and the 48 run, and he wants to be part of that. That's my opinion. Kyle Larson, how do you explain this colossal choke job giving Joey Logano another easy win? Thank you, PS4, for another week of HBO Max.
Eric Jones with a great top back performance.
Oh,
Legacy Motor Club. Eric, I imagine this has got to
Eric Jones fifth is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been a long
He was good here when he drove for Gibbs. Texas is one of his better tracks. Texas, Darlington, Daytona, Talladega. That's the Eric Jones wheelhouse right there.
road last year and a half, and was happy to see the advent Camry up front. Happy to be up front in contention. It was kind of a long day with some penalties, but ended up in contention for it, so it was fun. Nice run today. Thanks.
Didn't lose a car either. Hell, half the field fucking wrecked today. Everybody from 18th on back was involved in a wreck today.
Yeah, well, Blaney actually fires pretty good right here.
I thought Blaney had a good restart, but
Restarts, he just
Joey just hugged that bottom and didn't bobble at all. Blaney's car was starting to swing loose.
or any of those guys, and actually Ross Chastain gets
These last couple of little runs we had, he was getting loose.
that track position. Didn't have any other challengers. He just drove off.
Oh, Joey Logano.
Of the top 12 finishers, only one of them started in the first 6 rows. That was Kyle
Well, a cup race that was actually like crazy happened for the first time since what, Coda? Coda was pretty wild. Homestead and Las Vegas were good races too. Darlington was weird. I can't say Darlington was bad. I was there. I don't think it was bad.
gets to celebrate. Next weekend, practice and qualifying for
And they got to hurry off the air because this race ran long.
Sunday NASCAR race day, 1:30 Eastern on FS1, followed by the Advent Health 400, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, it was a day of heartbreak for a lot of guys
XBBA Bowl.
because a lot of dudes could have won this race.
Congratulations, Joey Logano, a winner.
They got to jack Joey's car up and get tires on it to roll it to victory lane. I am going to go get some tea and go watch the new Walking Dead, if y'all don't mind. So I'll see y'all next time. I can't remember the last time I was mad about a Joey Logano win. I literally can't because it's just funny at this point. He's like Ryan Newman. He wins races like Newman.